Here we go, and just in time. This is Brandon Green along with Phillip Jewell Jr., and here is the Pride of McAlester with your national anthem. All right, partner, you ready?
Yeah, let's get it going. Hey, nowhere better to be. The sun's already down. It's not even kickoff. This is the greatest time of the year. And this right here, you're about to separate the men from the boys in just a couple of weeks. And so let's get it on.
Yeah, the calendar is flipped to the month of November. This is the month where you find out if you get to play in December. So whoever survives this month gets to play on that final game over in Edmond, Oklahoma. This is Brandon Green along with Phillip Jewell Jr., Chase McNutt sideline as well, as we are just moments away from the turf of Hook Hill Stadium, First National Field. This battle between the Durant Lions and your McAlester Buffaloes, the 80th edition of this matchup here on senior night. The McAlester Buffaloes, I believe they're wearing their black-on-black uniforms today with their black helmets, or excuse me, their white helmets as well. And we have the Durant Lions there wearing their road whites, white on white with the red numerals on the front and back, and red helmets for those that are listening on radio. So we're going to be having our coin toss happening in just a moment, but before that, let's send it down to Chase McNutt with a sideline report.
Hey, Brandon. Yeah, it feels great down on the field, honestly, right now. I don't think any wind is going to be a factor really at all tonight. It's not really that chilly. I know we're down in the low 60s, maybe even the 50s right now, but honestly, it feels great down on the sideline. It's another week of really good football weather. The home crowd is still filling up. It's not quite as packed as it may have been for some earlier games, but there's still some time left until this game starts. But vibes feel good, and it's senior night against your rivals, so not really much you could complain about.
Yeah, it's a great night. I mean, I know you can't see it on the video stream, but if you're listening from inside the stands and you see that beautiful sunset just out to the left. By the way, let us know where you're listening from on Twitter at Buff Sports Radio. Again, that is Twitter at Buff Sports Radio. You can also try to let us know on Facebook, although we can't promise we're going to get back to you as soon as possible there. But again, it is at Buff Sports Radio, also Facebook.com/McAlester Radio. We'll try to give you a shout out as quickly as we can. Looks like the Durant Lions, their captains are now officially on the far sideline. I'm going to try to get you their numbers as soon as possible. But they have, looks like number 50, which would be Hunter Romero. We have number 42, that is Adam Haney. Number 12, which would be Daltrey Barker. Number 56, again, they're switching up a little bit here. Reed Thompson is also over on the far sideline. Number 2, Ryder Jones. We also have number, let's see, I already said him. Again, they all shuffled a little bit there as well. And number 45 looks like Mason Backhue is also a captain for the Durant Lions here tonight. So again, they're ready on the far sideline. McAllister's captains are about to get over to the near sideline, but while we have this time, Phillip, any final thoughts before we have coin toss?
Yeah, man, just play your football and show up tonight. Show up tonight, do your job. That's all you got to do. People have been talking all week. After that loss against Booker T. Well, maybe they just didn't have it in them. They played the worst part of the district. And you got a chance tonight to face a Division I player, SEC player at that, in Colton Yarborough, and you have a chance to just shut these dudes up from just north of the river. And that's all you got to do, man. Just show up tonight, do your job, play gap sound football, and get out of here with your 15 district points, and more importantly, just a district win.
Yes, sir, and here come the McAlester Buffaloes, and a lot of seniors here on the near sideline. We've got Pfeiffer Mitchell, Braden Bumpus, Will Spears, Trip Terrell, and they're all bundled up right there. Brandon Douglas, I see Nemo Missiontubby, Zane Owens, the seniors for the McAlester Buffaloes. A lot of them, only a few of them are going to get to go all the way out to the logo here, but We'll see who they are as the Durant Lions make their way towards midfield. And with our coin toss, which is brought to you by the fine folks at McAlester Clothing Consignment. Consign with us, pick up great bargains. 1212 South Main McAlester behind Dollar General. We'll send it down to midfield with our sideline reporter, Chase McNutt.
Thank you so much, Brandon. Almost right here as we're getting ready for the coin toss.
What's up, boy?
My talker come down here on my end.
Right.
My talker. All right. Durant's the visiting team. They will make the call. Big old heads, other side's tail. What's your call?
I'll go heads.
Heads is the call.
Heads.
It is tails. You won.
I defer.
You defer.
Yes, sir.
You want the ball. Okay, which way you want to kick?
Get with the wind.
There is no wind.
That would
Stay right there. All right, stay right there where you're at. McAlster's won the toss.
So I actually believe for the fourth week in a row, McAlester has won the toss, and they have elected to defer. They are going to be kicking from right to left on your radio dial, and it started to sprinkle a little bit down here, Brandon. I don't know if you guys can see that from up there, but weather may play a little bit more of a factor. We'll see.
Yeah, weather was supposed to stay away after midnight, so.
Chaos.
Oh, boy, here we go.
I brought the rain, I guess.
He did bring the rain. That's the first time I also heard this. He goes, hey, which way do you want to kick? With the wind. There is no wind. I love that as well.
Also, something that I've never seen is walking to midfield for the coin flip. They moved them facing north and south before the coin flip.
Before the coin flip.
And so that was another thing that I have never seen done before.
So again, McAlester, no matter what they do this week, whether they win, whether they lose, no matter if Shawnee wins or loses, what happens next week against Shawnee will determine who finishes second. As here comes the Durant Lions. Again, they still control their own destiny right now. I think with a little bit of help from Quita, though. They need Quita to lose, but they're playing Booker T tonight. If Durant wins both games tonight and next week, I think they sneak into the fourth spot despite a 2-6 record. They're 2-3 in district play. The McAlester Buffaloes are in the north end zone getting ready to run out of the tunnel. I see an American flag at the front of it.
We got to pick up our flags, picking up our. Oh, here we go. We're picking up the B. We got to spell out buffs before we can run, boys. Got to make sure everything is right with the flags. I mean, I know I'm dyslexic personally, but the last thing we want to do is to run out with the flags that say buffs, and it's jumbled up. So they're trying to get in line there. But also, more importantly, though, Brandon, you talk about how Durant's trying to play tonight to get in the playoffs. Tonight's going to solidify your spot if you're a Buffalo.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Without a doubt. You got to come out tonight. You come out tonight, your cleats on fire, and win, and you're in the playoffs, whether or not we're going on the road or we're, at home in 2 weeks.
And here comes the little buffs. And now the big buffs. The home of the Buffaloes on a Friday night in MacTown.
Friday night in Oklahoma, and you're your McAlester Buffaloes.
It's always such a beautiful thing to get to see the little buffs turn out with the big ones.
And carrying the Black Death defense flag and planting it, Pfeiffer Mitchell over here in this near sideline. So we're about to have kickoff. That's brought to you by Red Duck Tattoo Studio for all of your custom artwork, big or small, color or black and gray. Now booking for fall. Gift certificates available. Red Duck Tattoo Studio, 219 East Chickasaw Avenue, McAlester. Must be 18 years or older. Again, McAlster's going to be kicking the ball right to left. The Lions will be returning it left to right. Whether that be your radio dial or your video screen tonight, thank you for tuning in to McAlester Football Week 9. Buffaloes 6-2, Lions 2-6. McAlester at second place right now in the 5A3 district with a 4-1 district record. Durant just on the outside looking in at fifth place with a 2-3 record and just -3 in district points. But again, these two teams don't like each other. The 80th edition of this matchup will begin here in less than a minute. So around the city of McAlester, around the state of Oklahoma, and Buffalo fans across the nation far and wide, thank you for joining us for senior night. McAlester and Durant for the 80th time. Back to return, it seems like it's Menard, and also on the far side, again, these guys' jersey rolled up, but I believe that would be number 22, Shajan Davis. The kicker for the Buffaloes is going to be Wyatt Phillips, who's handled the duties for most of the season. It's been kind of a trio at the beginning of the year, but Wyatt Phillips has been the go-to guy, I think officially since about week 2 when McAlester beat Ada 10-2. Just waiting for the Buffaloes to break the huddle here. And there's the whistle, and there they go. So ball placed at the 40, favoring the far hash. Phillips will start his paces, work towards his left side line. Points left, points right, approaches the football, puts toe to leather, and it's football time here in the Heartland. Let's roll. Davis at the 11-yard line will take it straight forward to the 20-yard line. Wrapped up and dragged to the 25-yard line is where he's going to drag Buffalo defenders and tackle there. So the Lion offense will begin at their own 25-yard line, led by the quarterback Cole Robbins, who's been the starting running back for the Lions for the past two seasons. Hasn't been too shabby as a quarterback either. He's thrown for 907 yards and 7 touchdowns. Still a threat with his feet. 361 yards on the ground to 9 touchdowns. He's completed 55% of his passes. And watch out for their running back Stephen Menard, who has 809 yards of offense and 6 touchdowns. They're going to start off with empty backfield, 5 wide. 3 to the near side, 2 to the far. One of the guys in the slot is Stephen Menard on the right side, the running back who we just mentioned. Guy goes in motion. It's Davis. Davis gets it on a jet sweep, getting around the corner, gets past the line of scrimmage, and is slung down around the 28. Called a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8 coming up for the Lions.
Yeah, right there. I mean, they're just going to go with that motion, just jet sweep, trying to get the Buffaloes guessing. Nemo kind of went upfield, made a man miss. That's Braden Bumpus that missed. Drayden Pouncil able come off that backside and be able to make that play.
That's only Davis' 2nd carry of the season, by the way. That wasn't a pitch. That was a carry. 2nd down and 8. Calling it officially 2nd down and 7 here for the Lions. Still empty backfield now. Trips to the left side. Here's a snap. Robbins back to pass. Looking left. Passes left. Caught. And falling forward. I think he got the first down. Ball came out. And recovered back beyond the first down marker. So that's an early first down. Converting it on 2nd and 7 for the Lions.
Yeah, just
looked like that was to Holden Robinson.
Yeah, just running like a little sit-down hitch right there. He catches it and goes upfield, and right there already, Buffalo's ripping at that football. That's Drayden Pouncil forcing the fumble, but the Lions were lucky enough to get back on it.
Buffalo's secondary giving up 142.1 passing yards per game on the season, 6 passing touchdowns. Still empty backfield. Trips to the right. Here's the snap. Hand off. And now it's going to be a reverse back over to Robbins. Robbins looking for the deep ball over the middle. It's in the air, and it's not knocked loose. Jordan Clark winning contested. The pass for Ryder Jones. Might have got there a little bit early, but no flags. We have 2nd down and 10 coming up.
Yeah, I mean, they're just trying to go with a little trickery, get the Buffaloes guessing, and try to sneak that ball deep back there. And Jordan Clark snuck in from the backside. And Jackson McKinney was actually on the front side, so there was a chance right there that 2 Buffaloes could have made that pick. Anyways, ball fell to the turf. It's going to bring up 2nd and long.
They have not ran with a running back in the backfield yet. It's been Cole Robbins, empty backfield, now running in motion. Now it's Menard going to be on the right side of him. Here's the handoff to Menard, rushing left, breaking through the line of scrimmage, still on his feet. Good carry on 2nd down for a gain of about 5 before he's taken down at the Durant 42.5. That'll bring up 3rd down and 5, and this is where the Lions have struggled on the season so far. They are 25 for 87 on 3rd. That's 29%. Last week, they were 1 for 11 on 3rd down against the Quita Tigers, and that loss 17-13, where both teams practically had the exact same stats.
Yeah, right there. That's just a GT counter on the backside. You got to be able to get off the block there, and Buffaloes weren't able to, and they picked up a hard-fought 4.5 yards.
So 3rd and 5.5. Still empty backfield. Trips to the right side this time. Here's the snap. Robbins back to pass. Rolling right. Has time. Now steps up. Going to try to run it for the first down. He's got some space, and he's got the first. Past the 47-yard line. Past the 50. And they pick up a 3rd down. But here's a late flag at the 50-yard line. The flag was after Robbins went past the first down marker. Thrown at the 50. Right between the 5 and the 0 along the far sideline.
One more step,
And it's going to be on the Lions. Holding.
So it was thrown at the 50, so it's essentially a loss of 2 yards.
I believe it's a repeat of 3rd down here. So they'll have to do it again on 3rd down, just a loss of 2 yards, as Phillip mentioned. So 3rd down and 7 coming up for the Lions. Again, Robbins got it done with his feet, but that holding call brought him back. Here's the man in motion, the snap. Robbins under pressure. He steps up. He's going to try to run it again for the first down, and I think he's going to get it again as he knocked the helmet off of a Buffalo as he ran out of bounds. And we'll have a Buff have to come off the field here. I think that was Cleveland Williamson now have to make his way to the near sideline, take off a play. But for the second consecutive play, hey, the Lions were able to get a first down. A holding call brought it back. And once again, with the legs, Cole Robbins gets it done.
Yeah, right there, they McAlester won the blitz right there, Pfeiffer Mitchell, and they seen it, slid off that backside, and McAlester just didn't have anybody on that backside or in that middle as a spy when he dropped back on that blitz. He seen them linebackers turn their back to him. He saw back of the heads, and that's what he did. He pulled that ball down, took off.
First down and 10, handoff Menard, sweeping left, breaks through, past the 50-yard line, and stopped there and driven back. Ran into a brick wall along the far sideline after a gain of 3 yards, brings up second down and 7. That was the first play that we saw Stephen Menard actually be right next to the quarterback, Cole Robbins. They also stacked the receivers on the near and far side. So it's actually going to be officially gain of 1. They're going to say the forward progress was stopped at the 50-yard line. I think that's a pretty generous spot there for the Buffs. Second down and 9.
Yeah, they're just trying to go inside on them and just trying to hit them in the mouth, wear this Buffalo defense down. Because
Menard got out to the 48. They gave McAlester 2 yards here.
Yeah, they had generous spot there by the officials.
Going back to the empty backfield, 3 receivers on the right side. Robbins claps, design quarterback power up the middle, nothing going there except for a gain of 3 feet. Brings up third down and 8 so far the Lions tonight, 1 for 1 as we're just getting started. 9:08 left to go in the first quarter on the opening drive of the game by the Durant Lions.
Yeah, sometimes when you're going to do a QB run like that, sometimes you'll run a draw play, act like you're going to pass, slows down that blitz a little bit. Right there, that's just straight QB power. Snap to him, and he just takes off up the middle. Buffalo's read it perfectly, and that's what having Kevin Harmon on this defensive staff helps. Have guys like that ready to roll.
Robbins threw out his mouth guard and almost got McAlester to jump off sides. Picks it back up and puts it right back in his teeth. Third down and 8. The snap, Robbins looking right, stepping up, going to take off and run again. Robbins this time gets past the 45-yard line and broken tackles allows him to get the first. He was going to be stopped at the Buffalo 45, broke the tackle, and he needed, 8? He ended up getting 9. That'll make it 10 as he gets to the 39-yard line. First down, Durant. 2 for 2 on third down so far.
No, Leonardo actually got in the backfield right off the gate. Came off that defensive end spot, was in the backfield, but he just ran too far up the field. Came in a little over the top, a little reckless, wasn't able to break down. Robbins seen it, comes upfield, breaking tackles.
They've been riding on that far hash so far. They haven't moved over here to this near side yet. And they're going to once again stay on the left side of the field. Here's a run by Cole Robbins down the far sideline and pushed out of bounds near the first down marker. Another first down. That's a gain of 11 by Robbins with his legs. Someone's got to be able to stop him. Easier said than done. He didn't do much against McAlester last year. Had 9 carries for 4 yards. But again, he was the running back then. But he tore up the Buffaloes back in Durant a couple of years ago.
Yeah, they're just...
the Lions are also moving back. I know they moved the chains, but Lions have moved back to the 40. I don't know why they're that far back. We do have a penalty here. Sideline warning. So sideline warning on the Lions. Still results in a first down as they keep pushing the ball on the Buffaloes to the 28-yard line. 7:51, the clock has stopped here in quarter number 1. Opening drive by the Lions has nearly taken off 5 minutes of play. Running mainly with this formation, into backfield 5 wide. They'll either put 3 on the left or 3 on the right, with the running back being the closest one to the quarterback, Robbins. Menard's on the left side. He moves to the right. Snap, handoff Menard, sweeping right. Good hole again, crashes inside the 25-yard line and tackled close to the 20. Down at the 22. That'll be gain of 6 to bring up second down and 4.
Yeah, they're just going to bring that running back 34 into the backfield. Quick handoff, and he just picks it up. And right there, I can't tell if that was Nemo Missiontubby or who that was. He made first contact right there and hit that offensive lineman in the backfield, tried to stunt off of him. They were just able to slide off of it.
So second down and 4. Lions once again to the red zone, have been very good this year. Shotgun formation, snap, handoff Menard. Menard straight up the middle. This time, not much going on. He was wrapped up by the hips and taken down nearly immediately. It might be a gain of 1 on the carry, but it brings up third down and 4 again. So far, tonight, Lions 2 for 2. So if you're looking at how many first downs they've had this year, again, it's been 25 on third down. Now 27. I mean, that's almost 8% of their third down conversions in one night. So third down and 3 here. They got to get into the red zone to be able to extend this drive, at least on third. This could easily be 4-down territory for the Lions. They've only attempted 2 field goals so far. Otto Baskin is 1 for 2. Indy backfield, Trips to the right side here. Robbins has got it done with his legs twice on third down. Here's the snap. Robbins going to run it again up the middle. This time he's tracked in the backfield and taken down. Back near the 25-yard line. Big loss. And that is where he's going to be marked down at.
Yeah, that's what you want to see if you're the Buffaloes. They're going to bring that running back in the backfield, and that's what they've been doing. They've been putting it in his gut, pulling it, running it backside, and right there, the Buffaloes, they've seen it a few times. They stayed home. They changed the coverage on the back end as well, and that defensive tackle actually was the one that stayed home first to make first contact.
It was Brandon Douglas with the tackle.
And outside backers, they stayed home and was like, hey, if you're going to pull it and come this way, and then that's when Brandon Douglas was able to work upfield, make the tackle.
Going forward on fourth down, halfway through the first quarter on the opening drive. Lions so far 50% on fourth downs, and they'll take a timeout here early. 5:51 left in quarter number one, no score. 4th and 7 coming up from the Lions from the Buffalo 25. Coming up on KNED.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Well, before we have 4th down and 7 for the Lions, something of note, the Durant Lions quarterbacks, their coaches that are up here in the press box, they've left the press box. So I think they're going to try to make their way over to the far sideline, but the coaches for Durant from the press box have left the press box.
As Stats was saying, possibility of connection problems with their headsets, trying to just relay messages down to the coaching staff, and that could be why they're heading down.
4th and 7, big play here early for the Lions. Here's the snap. Back to pass. Robbins will try to step it up and run for the first down. Has a little bit of a corner out to the 20-yard line. Tackled. Great tackle by the Buffaloes. Do they give him the first, though? I think he's short by a yard. Buffaloes believe that he is.
Buffaloes, they find.
Yep. By half a yard, the Buffaloes are able to keep Cole Robbins from crossing the first down marker. Buffaloes will take over just inside the 20.
Who else but Cleveland Williamson to come in, throw his body in like that, and make a play? Wow, great play there, Cleveland Williamson.
Excellent tackle, and the Buffaloes will take over at their own 19. So out comes quarterback Kason Washington Maisie on the season at 1,077 yards, 12 touchdowns and 3 picks. And this will be his first start at quarterback against the Durant Lions in this 80th matchup of this rivalry. Buffalo's first drive of the game beginning with 5:42 left in the first. Here's the snap handoff on down 1, and that'll be Jordan Clark. Not much going on there. Gain of 1. Still pushing the pile as much as he can, but it's being pushed sideways. And he may have gotten past the 20. Called a gain of 2. Brings up 2nd down and 8. That was Jordan Clark with a gain of 2.
Yeah, Lion defense, they just read it perfectly. They're in the backfield, and that's been what McAlester struggled with last week against Booker T, and so far and through the first play so far, not being able to solidify that push on that offensive line.
2 receivers right, 2 left, ball in the far hash, 2nd down and 8. Back to pass Washington Maisie. Going over the middle, it'll be caught. Big hit 2, and that's Devion Bickham with the first down for the Buffaloes. Excellent strike by KWM to Bickham out to the Buffalo 34-yard line. That'll move the chains. That first down brought to you by McAlester Direct Primary Care, offering 24/7 access to your provider, deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging, more time with your provider, same day or next day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. Call 918-233-6522. Nice dot there by KWM.
Yeah, max protection there, and running back shifts off, blocks with the left tackle. And if KWM wanted to run it, he had a lot of green too.
Speaking of a lot of green, there is Jordan Clark with a nice gain. And he's still pushing the pile past the 45-yard line. Give Jordan Clark a first down. And look at the man pushing a Durant Lion. That's number 60 on the line. The center, Landon Pingleton. Bullying Lions there on that gain of 10. Brings that to the 45-yard line. Buffs move the chains again.
Jordan Clark's younger brother, they played their playoff game the other night here on this field. He said, I can't let my little brother show me up. He said, let me just show me.
Congrats, by the way, on the 5th grade Buffaloes for their big win in the first round of the playoffs over here at this field on Wednesday night. 2 receivers near side, 2 receivers to the far. Pistol formation, first down and 10 from the Buffalo 45. 2 plays, 2 first downs there after the initial play went for only a yard. Screen pass out to the far side, caught by Bickham. Bickham needs to be able to make a move to get around a couple of Lions and can't do so. Yeah, no, he did. He got positive yards on something that was looking like it was going to be no gain or even a loss. Breaking some tackles, able to get a yard out of that, brings up 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, Cleveland Williamson had his man, but the outside backer flying to the flats and the safety coming down, that's just a little something hard. Like if that ball was on him and he's able to get upfield right behind the block of Cleveland Williamson, you could have made a play. But with that bubble screen being a little high and Davion having to go up for it, that's what slowed that progression of that play down.
It took about 5 Lions to bring him down. 2nd down and 9. Still 2 receivers each side. It's Clark on the left side of KWM. 7 to snap it. 3:15 left in the first. Snap. Rolling left. Casey Washington Maisie looks downfield. Tosses one-on-one for James Barr Jr. And he bobbled the ball. It was a great ball against the body and was able to lay into the basket. It would have been a fantastic catch by James Barr Jr. as well. Tried to tiptoe along the near sideline. Was still juggling it as he did so. But that brings up 3rd down and 9.
Beautiful ball. Beautiful corner route. Right where only his man could catch it. And if he doesn't bobble that one, that is a big-time play on the sideline.
So McAllister's first 3rd down that they're facing so far. They are 37% on 3rd down. They haven't been that great either on 3rd down this year. Last week against Booker T, they were 3 for 10. They're going to come out in trips left, 7 to snap it. 3:05 the clock stopped left in the first, no score. The snap over to Casey Washington Maisie looking for the screen pass. Finds Cleveland Williamson. It was thrown a little off to the right, but he still breaks the tackle. And Williamson is able to, again, make something out of nothing. Brings it out to the 49-yard line, but still not nearly enough for the first down. Call it out to the 48. Brings up 4th down and 7. And Buffaloes are wanting to see what they want to do here. I still see Casey Washington Maisie out there. Now, he has punted the ball, I believe, once so far this year. They're staying out there. Going forward here early on 4th down and 7 from their own 48-yard line. Got to get to the Durant 45. 11 to snap it. 2 receivers each side and running back to his left. 5 to snap it. 4. There's the snap. 4th down and 7. Washington Maisie over the middle. It's almost picked off. He almost hit the official as well. There was really no one in the area there. And that will be a turnover on downs, and the Buffaloes give the Lions the ball with great field position at the Buffalo 48-yard line. I don't know if he saw maybe the black on the referee jersey and was just looking for a black jersey. But that will be incomplete, almost picked off by, I believe that was Axel Thurman up the middle. The intended receiver, I'm going to say, was Davion Bacon, but he was about a good 5 yards behind him. Good coverage, though, regardless, by the Lions, and that will give them the ball back. So we have 2:16 left in the first quarter. No score between the Lions and the Buffaloes. Lions were able to go 2 for 3 on 3rd down the previous drive. They were stopped on 4th by half a yard. That gave the ball to the Buffaloes at the time. Here's the snap. First down. Pass counter out to the near side at the 49-yard line. Not much. It's actually going to be a loss of 2 yards. On the catch was number 7. That's Joseph Flores for the Lions. That's a long way to throw that ball. Gave the Buffaloes a lot of time to be able to get past the block and tackle Flores. Clock will continue to move. 1:55 left in the first quarter. No score. This is only the 3rd drive so far. Lions have burned 1 timeout. McAlester still with all 3. So loss of 2, 2nd down and 12 on the way. Back to the empty backfield. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Robbins standing at his own 45. Man in motion's Menard. Here's the snap. Keeper by Robbins on the option. Working near his side. He's able to get positive yards. And we will have him step out. Let's see where the officials put him at. Gain of 3 brings up 3rd down and 9. So back to the original line of scrimmage and then an extra yard on top of that.
Yeah, just a GT counter, and looked like the guard. He was just running upfield, and if he would have been able to get a couple wash Buffalo right there, he'd have been able to make a play. But he was looking for somebody to block from the next level, and that's what allowed the Buffalo defense to crash in and use that sideline as a 12th defender and just work it to their advantage.
So 3rd down and 9, 3 to snap it for the Lions. 2, 1. Robbins got to hurry. He's not going to get it off in time. Either we're going to have a delay of game where the Lions have to call a timeout. Lions will burn a timeout, their second one of the half. 1:27 left in the first quarter. No score between the Buffs and the Lions here on 3rd down and 9 coming up on KNED.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
So again, Lions 2 for 3 on third down so far tonight. This will be their fourth attempt already. 1:27 left in the first quarter, no score. In the gun, 2 receivers right, 2 left. McNutt to the left side of Robbins. Puts McNutt in motion to the left. Here's the snap. Robbins passing right. It'll be caught by Jones. Jones moves backwards, and it'll be taken down to the 41. Not nearly enough for a first down. Driven all the way back to the 45. Forward progress marks him at the 41. But this is definitely, I wouldn't say definitely 4-down territory, but you're looking at 4th down and 3. Wouldn't be surprised at all if the Lions pull the trigger here. They've gone for it on 4th down so far 26 times, now 27 after their first attempt was failed.
That could have also been a reason why the Lions let that play clock run down. This is going to be the play we're going to run on 3rd down. If we don't get it, we're going to come right back at them and do this. And so they know that they're not punting the football.
We're under a minute left in quarter number 1. 4th down and 3 for the Lions from the Buffalo 41-yard line. Trips left, running back left is McNutt. Robbins claps, gets the ball, looks right, passes right, and he sails it. Threw it for nobody over on the near sideline. Hey, nice hands, Chase McNutt, our sideline reporter. He's got to grab the mic here.
I've been known to catch a football or two on this field.
Man, I was worried that he was going to just run back out with the offense and take a snap or two.
I thought about it.
Buffaloes are able to force the Lions to turn the ball over on 4th down once again. We have not had a punt so far tonight. 34.7 seconds left in the first quarter. No score between the Buffs and the Lions. McAlester had a couple of nice plays in their previous drive, but stalled out on 3rd down from around the 45-yard line area. Pistol formation, 2 receivers right, H-back right. That is going to be Pfeiffer Mitchell moving to the left now, as I believe that is Clark moving to the right side of KWM. There's a snap. Handoff, Clark sweeping left. Met in the backfield immediately. Coming off the edge quickly was number 28, Jackson Cuesta, for his 12th tackle for a loss on the season. He leads the D-line in that stat. And that'll be a loss of, call it 4 yards. 2nd down and 14 coming up. And I think that might be the final play of the first quarter. They don't have to snap it if they don't want to. And they won't. So after 1 quarter of play, no score between the Lions and the Buffaloes. As we move to quarter number 2 here on KNED.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger, well, not so good. Now, you don't need help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those greetings with friends, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters with a stranger, give Buck Wilson a call at 918-423-3161. They are expert craftsmen, specialists. They can straighten out your situation. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlester. Again, call 918-423-3161.
So 2nd down and 14 for the Buffalo offenses. We're just now beginning the second quarter. Buffs now moving it left to right across your radio dial or video screen. At their own 37-yard line, 2nd and 14, KWM back to pass. Under pressure now, steps up in the pocket, evades one man. Now is going to be grabbed by his arm and keeps on pushing him backwards, still pushing him. Let's see where the forward progress is going to be marked down on this, but this could be a huge loss. Either way, it's a sack back at the 31 is where they're going to mark his forward progress down at. That's a loss of 6. So it's going to be 3rd down and 20 here for the Buffalo offense. Who's on the sack there?
number 44.
That's Axel Thurman. He has been absolutely tearing up the Buffalo offense so far in their first 2 drives. This is only our 4th drive of the game, second one by the Buffaloes. Let's see what they dial up here on 3rd down and 20. Trips right. Clark on the left side of KWM. 10 seconds to snap it. There is the ball. Washington Maisie looking for the screen pass to Clark. Clark grabs it to the 35, to the 40. Still on his feet to the 45. Not enough for the first down, but if he breaks past one more ankle tackle, not only does he probably get the first down, but maybe even a touchdown. Buffaloes went for it from this exact same spot on their last drive. It was 4th down and 7 then. Now it is 4th down and 5. Take it back, 4th down and 6.
Yeah, right there. I mean, McAllister's bread and butter, that screenplay that gets you ready to go. It's 3rd and long. You think you're going to get to Kaysen, and he just dumps one in right behind you, and that's what McAllister's done for years, and it's been so successful.
And they're not punting. They're going for it again. Same spot. Here's the snap. Back to pass. Looking for the screen again over to Cleveland. Williamson makes the catch, spins off of one tackle, now moving near side, planted. Back at the 40-yard line, lost the ball, but after he went down to the turf. And the Lions will take over from the Buffalo 40-yard line. So collectively between our two teams, McAlester and Durant, they are both combined 0 for 4 on 4th down. As we switch now sides, let's have a sideline report. As Chase McNutt, what have you seen from the Buffaloes from the sideline angle?
Well, Brandon, I'll say just from a momentum standpoint, it's all with Durant right now. It's been pretty quiet over here on this McAlester sideline. It just kind of has a weird feel, but Durant very hyped up after that 4th down stop, and you can feel like they want to go down and score here.
So again, great field position, even better than the last one that they had. Ball's at the Buffalo 40-yard line near hash. 10:25 left in the first half. No score still between the Lions and Buffaloes. Buffaloes have not crossed the 50-yard line so far on offense. Here's the snap. And a little pitch out. No, it's going to be a keeper by Robbins. Robbins now passes deep down the seam. It is overthrown. Going one-on-one with Ryder Jones. In the area as well. I believe that is Cleveland Williamson.
Yeah, they were looking for a big hitter there, and that's what you're trying to do, flash that eye candy. Came behind him. He stuck that ball over his shoulder and pulled it back over.
That was a nice fake.
And cornerbacks on the back end, they just weren't falling for it, and that's exactly what you're trying to do. Get that eye candy moving, get those safeties to step up, get those linebackers to try to come down for a run as well, hit it big on the back end.
So 2nd down and 10 now from the Buff 40-yard line, stacking the receivers on each side. Here is the keeper by Robbins. Robbins running it left and chopped down after a gain of 2 at the 38-yard line. Braden Bumpus in there.
Nice play, bump, and that's exactly what Chase McNutt was talking about earlier as he chose him for his player of the game. Bumpus out here almost guarding a receiver and then just sees it, snuffs it out, and puts his nose right on that hip and gets it across his body for that make that tackle.
3rd down and 8. We already know this is 4-down territory for the Lions. That was only officially a gain of 1.5 yards. 9:45 left in the half. Buffaloes tied up with the Lions 0-0. 2 receivers to each side. Running back right side of Robbins. There's the clap. There's the ball. Robbins quickly passes to the left, and it is intercepted. That's number 13, Kate Fritsch, out to the 39-yard line. Oski, the Buffaloes' 14th pick of the season. Kate Fritsch with his first interception as a varsity player for the McAlester Buffaloes. That is how you flip the field. Only 7 turnovers by the Lion offense coming into Week 9. That's number 8, and that's a big-time interception. Might shift the momentum back over to the Buffaloes here as they begin their first full drive of the second quarter.
Chase, was that throw really offline, or did the receiver just make a bad route?
It was really close. It was slightly overthrown. Cade French didn't have to move. It went right into his hands.
Trips left. Buffaloes trying to ride that momentum. Snap on 1st down. Handoff. Jordan Clark right up the gut after a good cut, but isn't able to get more than 3 feet. And they're still waiting a long time to blow the whistle. I'm surprised how long they let that play go. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 9. But at the same time, if you would have broke a tackle and then he breaks out of that and he runs down the field and you blew the whistle, people are going to be mad that they blew the whistle. Officials are going to be blamed no matter what. So far, I think doing a pretty good job tonight. 2nd down and 8. They're going to call it a gain of 2 officially there for Jordan Clark. Made a good cut after he was handed the rock. Just wasn't able to get past this strong front 7 of the Lions. Just under 9 minutes left to go in the first half. Buffalo's 3rd drive of the game. Trying to get some points off of it. Trips left. Here's the snap. Pass out far side will be caught by James Barr Jr. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of about 7. McAlester Buffaloes had 63 yards of offense last week against the Booker T. Washington Hornets, and that goes to be the worst or the least amount of yards they had since Buffaloes have made their stats public. That was back in about 2006. But they were going up against some D1 talent. Joseph Graves, only a sophomore. I mean, their defense has been pretty solid, but the Durant Lions, they've got some D1 talent as well. Colton Yarbrough and Axel Thurman, I think, is one of the most underrated linebackers in the state. And so far, both of them have been making their presence known. 3rd down and very long here for the Buffaloes again from inside their own 35. Snap, Washington Maisie steps up, goes for the home run ball over the middle. That one's almost intercepted. He was looking for Brandon Smith on a post route. And this will be our first punt of the game by either team. 7:56 left in the first half.
And we have a winner for our framed autograph poster.
And Jackson McKinney will come out. McKinney has punted the ball 21 times this year for an average of 35.2. He's landed 6 inside the 20 and as long as 48, and that was last week against the Hornets. Been a pretty solid weapon at punter for the Buffaloes in this freshman campaign. There's the ball as McKinney will kick this one on a line drive, spinning punt, and it takes a great bounce right past Davis inside the 20-yard line, and it'll take a Lion bounce back to the 18. What a punt by Jackson McKinney. Talk about flipping the field. And this will be the worst starting field position so far for the Lions. As they get the ball with 7:48 left in the first half. No score between the Buffs and the Lions.
I'll take the Buffalo down.
This game brought to you in part by Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford, WE Alford Propane, The Bank & A, Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, Fitton Nissan, Vickers Power Sports, Freeze and Flare Heat and Air, Vickers Furniture, KC Farm Machinery, let's just list them all, Blackburn Plumbing, Heating and Air, First Realty, Caring Hands Healthcare, Bank First, and Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of McAlester. So the Lions begin inside their own 20-yard line at the 18. Their opening drive was really solid before they were turned away on 4th down. Since then, haven't really been able to get a lot going. They load up the line here. Here's the snap. Handoff to Menard. Menard sweeping left. A little bit of space, and he's chopped down. Taken out from his legs at the 22-yard line. Calling a gain of 4, maybe 5. 2nd down and medium coming up.
They're just lined up 11 personnel, tight end hand on the ground. Hand off to him, and they're just going to work that left side of the line using that muscle. And that's what happens when you put that tight end on the ground and just also bring the motion in behind it and just try to kick those Buffaloes as hard as you can and as far as you can and pick up 4 or 5 yards, and that's exactly what that's designed to do.
First time they loaded the line tonight, too, by the way. Here's the snap. Robbins going to run it right. Robbins on his feet, slung down like he's going ballroom dancing at the 25. Grabbed Robbins by his hips, and that Buffalo is able to make the tackle after a gain of 2. 3rd down and 3 coming up.
Short gain on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, right here, McAllister's going to have to really dial one in because Robbins is just running off that back end. And right there, looks like that's, can't tell if it was Pfeiffer or if it was Will. It was Pfeiffer who made the play, hit drop tackle. If Pfeiffer doesn't make that play, that is a first down for Robbins. Good play there by Pfeiffer.
Back to empty backfield. 3 receivers to the left side on 3rd down and 3. Robbins, the snap, the quarterback run all the way up the middle. Breaks 1 tackle, and he's got the first down. Out to the Buffalo 35-yard line. We do have a couple of Lions that collided with each other in the backfield. Looks like they're both going to get up and be all right. But again, it was Robbins that broke a tackle. Pretty much just shuffled to the right of one. Was able to take that an extra 7 or so yards to bring it to 1st down and 10 for the Lions at their own 35.
Yeah, right now the Lions' success, it's just all the QB run game. And right now McAlester just does not seem to have an answer for Robbins. They can't get off blocks defensively, and Robbins is getting to the next level before they know he's coming by them.
Puts a man in motion. Here's the snap. Game quarterback run. Robbins. This time he's going nowhere. Drayton Pouncil. Uno in the backfield. Loss of 2. When you need a little bit of energy, Drayton Pouncil always seems to be able to bring it. I mean, that's going to be his 7th tackle for a loss on the year.
They switched the coverage at the last second. Drayton Pouncil was getting out there to essentially cover the inside man, which would be the running back on that far side because they had 3 receivers over there. And they switch in, And as soon as they switch in, the ball gets snapped, and Drayton Pouncil, just like a shot out of a cannon, was able to hit the quarterback in the backfield.
Ball in the far hash, trips left, 2nd down and 12. Robbins with the ball, going to pass, looking left. Sweeps out left, now throws it over the middle. That's tipped, and it's picked again. Brandon Smith to the 45, to the 40, to the 35. He's got a convoy to the 20, to the 15, 10, 5, and did he stay in? Just shy of a touchdown. TNT nearly made it a house call, but he stepped out at the 2. And the Buffaloes get into the red zone. That's the Pops Kettle Corn red zone. The second interception today by the Buffaloes. That one by Brandon Smith. And the defense has set up the offense with a prime opportunity to punch it in here for 6 and give the Buffaloes an early lead. 4:48 left in the first half. No score. McAlester trying to change that here. And it really looks like they're about to go dozer. Jordan Clark comes out. From the 2-yard line, right hash.
I know I selected him as my player to watch on offense, but when you need a big play, who else but TNT?
Clark has the low snap, running it left. There's a hole. He's going to score. Could have driven a Mack truck through it. Touchdown, McAlester. And the Buffaloes are on the board here on senior night. Took them a little bit. But they're up 6-0 on their rivals by the Red River. 4:45 left in the first half. Wyatt Phillips on to attempt the PAT. Grant Mullins the holder.
Easiest drive summary of my life, partner.
We'll mention it when we come back. There's the snap. Hold is good. Kick is on the way, and it is good. 7-0 our score. Buffaloes are on top of the Lions. 4:45 left in the first half here on KNED.
I love fall. Cool breeze, cozy sweaters, and Fit Nissan of McAllister's falling prices. Exactly. Just like the leaves change colors, our prices keep dropping. Have you seen the new Rogue? It's as bold as autumn red. Or the sleek black Altima, smooth as crisp November nights. With these prices, you'll be falling in love with your new ride before the last leaf hits the ground. And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Fit Nissan is your best dealer. Shop us online now at fitnissan.com.
Kawasaki's Ridge and Ridge XR family set the new off-road standard, built for work and play. Ridge side-by-sides deliver versatile performance with a powerful 4-cylinder engine and premium interior features. For even more trail-taming power, the Ridge XR family offers more horsepower and versatility for rugged work or advanced play. This is peak premium performance. Shop the full Kawasaki Ridge lineup today at Vickers Power Sports, 1904 South Main, McAlester.
Welcome back to the MAC. The McAlester Buffaloes on senior night scored to make it 7-0 on an easy drive that we'll have coming up after this kick by Wyatt Phillips. Lions will be returning it right to left. Again, it's Davis and Menard back deep at their own 10. There's the boot, and we are back underway as Davis will grab it at his own 7-yard line and move forward to the 20-yard line, breaks it to the left, and he's got a lot of room to the 35-yard line, to the 45. Davis stepped out of bounds just shy of the 50, and it's maybe right at the 50. And this is going to be an excellent starting field position for the Lions once again on a great return by Davis, who took 2 back for a touchdown last year. So while we have the time, Phillip, a drive summary. You said it was the easiest one of your life.
One play, 2 yards, only 3 seconds off the clock, and the one play was a touchdown run by Jordan Clark, and the point after was successful. And that's your drive summary by TNW Tire. Come by and say hi to Gil and Doug and see their technicians for brakes, suspensions, and alignments, along with their 24-hour road service. TNW Tire McAlester, 918-426-6571.
That was Davis's longest return of the year. He did have 2 touchdown returns last year for the Lions. His previous high on the year was 39. That one went for about 43, I believe. In the pistol, here's the snap. Hand off Menard. Menard running it right, met by the D-line and driven back. No gain on the carry, maybe even a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd down and 11. 4:25 left in the first half. Chase, going back to what set up that touchdown, it was an interception by Brandon Smith, but he can't take all the credit for it. Did you see who tipped that ball to get into Brandon Smith's hands?
I didn't quite. I think it might have been either Drayton or Braden Bumphus. It looked like an outside backer that got their hand up on that. But, again, not for sure. Either way, it was a great play.
And what a heck of a return, too, by the sophomore Smith. Set up McAlester with an easy 7 points. Pistol formation, 2 receivers to the right. Looks like a tight end on the left side of the line who nearly moved. Here's the snap. Robbins looking right. Pump fakes. Now rolls further out right. Gonna toss it late. It's along the sideline in a dart. What a catch, too. That is going to be Ryder Jones with a catch, tiptoeing along the far sideline, and a gain of 12 to move the chains out to the Buffalo 38-yard line. Now, I don't know. I can't remember if Robbins plays baseball or not, but I'm sure that they would love to have him on the team if he doesn't, because he just fired that one in for a first down on 2nd down and 11.
Yeah, beautiful pump fake. Got them Buffalo defenders to kind of drop back, brought that ball back down, runs the QB sprint out, throws one back shoulder to the sideline, and, I mean, this kid, he's good.
Lions quickly moving. 3:44 left in the first half. Buffaloes lead 7-0. First down and 10 from the 38. Snap, handoff Menard straight up the gut, and he's on to the loose. It takes a huge hit. Braden Bumpus delivered punishment after a gain of 8. Did not come without punishment. And Bumpus took him off his feet. Menard a little slow to get up, but he will make his way to the far sideline, though. Took a high hit. Brings up 2nd down and 2.
Yeah, they pulled a play side guard, and once they pulled him, nobody filled that hole for the Buffaloes, and Menard seen it, hit it, and then Bumpus just tracked him down, and what a play, Braden Bumpus. And typically if you hit a man that big, that high, you don't bring him down unless you're Braden Bumpus.
And Braden Bumpus had a good game last week. Good start here tonight. 2nd down and 2 from the Buffalo 30. Snap to Robbins. Quick pass out near side. Caught at the 33. Makes it to the 25 and stopped there at the 25 after another first down pass and go here by the Lions. Not a lot of penalties in this game so far by either team. In fact, have the Buffaloes had a penalty yet, Stats?
McAlester hasn't had a penalty
I don't
yet.
think they've had a penalty tonight so far. No, not a single penalty by the Buffs so far tonight. We've only had like 2. We've had 1 penalty the entire night.
A 2-yard holding penalty.
2:50 left to go here in the first half. Only 1 penalty combined between these two teams. Buffalo's leading 7-0, but the Lions are trying to knock on the door again. Just outside the red zone at the 25, there's the snap. Robbins passing out left. Caught by number 7 as he spins inside the 20-yard line and tackled after another good gain. On the catch, that was number 7. That's Joseph Flores. Coming into today, he had the same amount of carries as he had receptions, 8 and 8. He had 82 rushing yards and 53 receiving yards, getting it more done in the passing game so far tonight.
Little quick hitter out there, and he made a man miss, and he made Will Spears miss, and not a lot of men get away with juking Will Spears out.
That's right.
And right there, he was just able to stop on a dime, but we had a herd of Buffaloes coming in, cleaning it up on the back end. And but that right there, that's what they're trying to do. They know that this defense for the McAlester Buffaloes are a really good interior, so they're trying to get those quick hitters on the outside.
Here's the snap. Robbins in the backfield, planted back at the 20. That was on 2nd down and 3, make it a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd down and 5 here for the Lions. That was around that right edge. I think that might have been, that's Nemo Mishontubby.
68, Nemo Mishontubby,
and right there, Nemo just following the guard and tackle. They're trying to go QB lead on the back end. Nemo followed them in and into the backfield, was able to make a play.
So 3rd down and 5 at the 20-yard line. Just under 2 minutes left to go in the first half. Buffaloes lead by a touchdown. Robbins a snap. Quarterback run up the middle. Inside the 15-yard line. He's got the first down by a couple of yards, and that will move the chains again.
Needed 5 and got 6.
Clock will stop while they move the chains. Lions have been really good in the red zone so far this year. This is their first, I think this is their first time officially in the red zone tonight. They were close to it on their first drive. They are scoring in 83% of their red zone trips. 79% of those scores are touchdowns. Ball's on the left hash. 1st down and 10 from the, call it 13. Empty backfield, trips right. 5 to snap it. Robbins puts a man in motion. There's a snap. Hand off to Flores. Flores cuts it upfield inside the 10-yard line. Tackles sideways after another good gain on 1st down. That's where they're getting a lot of their 3rd down conversions so far, by the way, is because they're able to get a lot of yards on 1st down. It's making it easier on them the next two plays.
Yeah, if you could pick up anywhere about 5 to 6 yards on 1st down, 2nd and 3rd down is going to be really easy, and they're just jet sweep out there and had a couple of Buffaloes look lost. They didn't know what was going on that play. And you got to really be able to get that call in, know what's going on, because those jet sweeps could cost you.
Robbins is going to get into the end. Lost the ball, but he was across the goal line first. So on second down, he's able to rush forward, get across the goal line, and the Lions are a PAT away from tying it up with 42 seconds left in the first half. Cole Robbins once again getting it done with his legs. That is his 10th rushing touchdown of the season. Lions are averaging 23.3 points per game. They get their first 6 on the touchdown run by Robbins. And on to attempt the PAT. That is going to be number 88, Otto Baskin. It was 17 for 22 on point afters. Snap, hold, kick is right through the uprights. And it is good. We're tied 7-7. 42 seconds left in the first half here on KNED.
Kawasaki's Ridge and Ridge XR family set the new off-road standard, built for work and play. Ridge side-by-sides deliver versatile performance with a powerful 4-cylinder engine and premium interior features. For even more trail-taming power, the Ridge XR family offers more horsepower and versatility for rugged work or advanced play. This is peak premium performance. Shop the full Kawasaki Ridge lineup today at Vickers Power Sports, 1904 South Main, McAlester.
As we cheer on the Buffaloes for a great season, make sure your home is just as game ready with Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Whether it's keeping warm during those chilly game nights or staying cool when the heat is on, we've got you covered with top-notch heating and cooling. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air today and enjoy home comfort that's always in the winning zone. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 001-44485. Go Buffs!
So a nice return by Davis set up a touchdown run by Robbins, and now we're tied up 7-7 with not a lot of time left in the first half. 42 seconds left as here is a pooch kick over to the near side, calling for a fair catch as French. He'll make it and does take a little bit of contact at the 38-yard line, and there's the flag. So this might set up McAlester with a chance to be able to score before the end of the first half. 41 seconds left and 3 timeouts. But while we have the officials calling this flag, this penalty, we do have a drive summary for the Lions.
Yeah, that was a 9-play, 50-yard drive that took 4 minutes and 13 seconds off the clock. Capped off with a 9-yard touchdown scamper by Robbins. The point after was successful. That's your drive summary by T&W Tire. Come by T&W Tire and say hi to Gell and Doug and ask about all the Goodyear, Michelin, and other brands that they have that will fit your budget. T&W Tire McAlester, 918-426-6571.
So that will set up McAlester at the Durant 47-yard line. This will be only the second play that the Buffaloes have had that has been snapped past the 50-yard line. So McAlester has 41 seconds and all 3 timeouts. Lions have 1. Trips left. Clark to the left side of Case and Washington Maisie. Line showing blitz. Here's the snap. Rolling out left. KWM looks downfield. Will tuck it. Now try to get the corner, and he didn't throw the ball away, so the clock is going to continue to run unless the Buffaloes call a timeout. He's sacked back at the 46-yard line, and the Buffs will call timeout with 30 seconds left. And we will take that timeout and be back. 7-7 our score. Buffaloes have the ball. Second down and long coming up here on KNED.
Some zero-turn riding lawnmowers concentrate on performance. Others stay focused on comfort. But whoever said it's an either-or situation? With Gravely, you get plenty of both. And the ProTurn 300 is a perfect example. This newly designed mower is loaded with innovative features and is designed to keep the operator mowing comfortably from dawn to dusk. The Gravely ProTurn 300, the right balance of comfort and performance. Available at KC Farm Machinery, right across from the McAlester Union Stockyards.
A duo that's perfect together. That's Blackburn Plumbing and Air and Lennox. Blackburn Plumbing and Air is your local Lennox dealer, and we're committed.
We'll get back to that commercial that we just missed here in just a little while, but we didn't want to miss second down and long coming up for the Buffaloes as they had 30 seconds and 2 timeouts as that brought them back to their own 47-yard line after the big sack. Another one there against Case and Washington Maisie. We have the trips right here for the Buffs. Looking for a big play on second down. Snaps a little bit low. Washington Maisie going for the deep ball. One-on-one down the far sideline. It is incomplete. There's a little bit of pushing down the far sideline. He was looking for Brandon Smith. Clock stops at 24 seconds left. In tie game, 7-7. 3rd and 16 coming up for the Buffs as the clock stops here. Lions have had a pretty good defensive game so far. They're giving up 311 yards per game so far this season.
Wow, that's a lot of points.
That's a lot of points, but no, not tonight. No, 311 yards per game so far this season. McAlester, if you want to compare the two defenses, they're giving up 250 yards per game. So trips right on 3rd and 16 for the Buffs. Again, Lions showing blitz again. There's the snap. Under pressure, Washington Maisie steps up and will try to run it for the first down. He's got a long way to go to the 45-yard line. Runs out of bounds with 17 seconds left. It brings up 4th down and 8. If the Buffaloes don't get it here on 4th down, if they go for it, they're going to call them out at the 44-yard line. If they don't get it here, Lions have a timeout still. And depending on how much time runs off on this play, could possibly make something happen here with some of the talented athletes they have. They'll go for it here on 4th down so far today. McAlester, I believe they're 0 for 2 on 4th. Trips right. Case Washington Maisie gets the ball, and we do have some whistles here. They're going with the screen pass to Jordan Clark.
False start.
And that would be McAllister's first penalty of the game. Their first. Only their second total. This ball's going to be moved back 5 yards. Still, I don't think the Buffaloes are going to not punt it now. I don't see McKinney making his way onto the field. He moves it back to the 49-yard line to bring up 4th down and 12. The Buffs were really moving the ball in their opening drive for a couple of plays, some big chunk yardage on 2 plays, and since then they have really just not been able to get that done.
Also something, Brandon, I want to point out.
What are we doing here, too? Because we have a discussion here as we have some McAlester coaches looking for someone over here on the near sideline. I think someone's got to come in for Smith. Chase, I don't know if you can tell from where you're at, but you know what's going on?
Yeah, you were correct on Smith being over here. Coach Hass was talking to him, but it looks like both him and James Barr are going to re-enter the field. So doesn't look like anything changed there personnel-wise.
And now they're going to start the play clock. They did put 3 more seconds on the clock as well. So 17 seconds left in the first half. 4th down and 12 up for the Buffaloes. See what they can do here. Now we got some more whistles. I think this is going to be a timeout. And we'll take it with them. 4th and 12 coming up for the Buffaloes. 17 seconds left in the half. Tie game 7-7 here on KNED.
A duo that's perfect together. That's Blackburn Plumbing and Air and Lennox. Blackburn Plumbing and Air is your local Lennox dealer, and we're committed to making your family's home comfort our top priority. With the wide assortment of Lennox products to offer, Blackburn Plumbing and Air will ensure your home's air is perfect for your family. Call us today at 918-423-2078 or visit us online at goblackburn.com to learn more about how you can experience expert service and care offered by Blackburn Plumbing and Air. License number 138890.
So it feels like we've waited forever to play 4th down here. It's 4th down and 12 for the Buffaloes. Tie game 7-7. 17 seconds left in the first half. Buffaloes so far tonight 0 for 2 on 4th. They're coming out in a trips right package. Running back is Jordan Clark on the right side of Case Washington Maisie. Durant's been bringing blitz all night long. It's led to a few sacks already. Man in motion, here's the snap. They hand it off over to Smith. Smith maybe looking to pass here. No, he's going to step up and try to run it to the 45-yard line, to the 40, trying to get the first down. He runs out of bounds, close to the first down marker, stepping out with 9.9 seconds left. I think he's a yard shy. I don't know if Smith really knew where he was at along the near sideline. He was a yard shy. He ran out of bounds. And that will give the Lions the ball back with 9 seconds left. They did burn a timeout there before the end of this half, so maybe they can take one more shot. And we haven't really seen Robbins. We see him take a couple of deep balls, but not really unwind on one yet. Never know what can happen here. He has thrown 2 picks so far tonight. He only had 4 coming into the season, or coming into this game on the season.
They're just going to take a knee.
Buffaloes would get the ball to begin the second half. Robbins is under center. Just making sure he does it. There's a snap, there's the knee, and that will be the end of the first half. And we have a tie game here in McAlester. It is 7-7 between the Buffs and the Lions. We're about to have our halftime show as the Buffaloes will get the ball to begin the second half. But again, it's 7-7. The halftime show coming up, brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry. You're listening to your home for McAlester Sports, KNED.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs, whether residential or commercial. First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122. Caring Hands Healthcare Centers offers high-quality, affordable care with locations in McAlester and Hartshorn. Caring Hands provides easy access to health care at reduced costs, medical, dental, behavioral health, and substance abuse services. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and commercial insurance, and offer reduced pricing for patients that are underinsured or not insured based on income. We offer transportation and a 340B discount pharmacy program. Caring Hands Healthcare Centers. For more information, call 918-426-2442.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester says bring on the monstrous discounts on new Jeeps in stock, including Jeep Wranglers. Take up to $12,000 off new Wranglers or 0% for 72 months. The hot-selling Compass discounted $8,000 off or price at $19,900. Wow! Patriot makes your next Jeep affordable, which allows you to pay off those pesky credit card bills. Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Wrangler MSRP 68190. Compass 28090.
The Buffaloes are the pride of McAlester. When it comes to sports, they're the winning team. And when it comes to your money, Bank First is the all-star you need on your side. We're talking big plays with full-service banking, touchdowns with convenient online and mobile banking, and overtime support with extended hours and ATMs statewide. Bank First, your money's winning team. Proud supporter of the McAlester Buffaloes. Member FDIC.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger, well, not so good. Now, you don't need help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those greetings with friends, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters with a stranger, give Buck Wilson a call at 918-423-3161. They are expert craftsmen, specialists. They can straighten out your situation. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlester. Again, call 918-423-3161.
Well, it was a rough first half for the Buffaloes, and they did not play very well at all, but they're still finding this game tied 7-7 against the Durant Lions due to some clutch interceptions that McAlester had. They were not able to take advantage of one of them, but they did take one by Brandon Smith down to the 2-yard line, scored a play later on the Dozer package touchdown by Jordan Clark. But the Lions, they answered right back with a 43-yard return out to the 50-yard line that was leading to a Cole Robbins touchdown run of 9 yards. And the Buffaloes are tied up with the Durant Lions 7-7. The Lions are looking for their first win over the Buffaloes since 2017. On this field, that score was 34-30. And as we mentioned, the Lions, their playoff chances are still not out the window. I believe if they win both their games, again, we're going to find out a lot more after this week, but if they win both their games and Coweta loses one, I think Durant could easily slide into the 4 spot. So the Lions looking for their first playoff berth since 2011 as well. And by the way, I want to give a big shout out to McAlester Palm and Cheer. They had their annual Thriller night. That was always cool. It's always a fun thing to be able to watch here. It's a tradition that's been going on since my parents were in high school. So since Thriller came out, it's been something that's gone on. So really cool to be able to see that once again. And also shout out to the Pride of McAlester. Again, we have a pregame or halftime show here. If it wasn't for that, we'd be able to cover them on the video stream as well. But again, thank you to Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry, who is bringing you your halftime show. Stop by Wiley's and McAlester for all your jewelry needs. Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry, free jewelry cleaning and inspections are recommended every 4 to 6 months to keep your jewelry, how many times am I going to say that, looking at its best. Proper cleaning and inspection will extend the longevity of your most cherished pieces of jewelry. So as we're about to have our first half thoughts, we do have Chase McNutt, who's been on the sideline. Chase, based on what you've seen in the first half, what is your analysis of the game so far?
They would also like to say. Well, Brandon, defensively, it's been a lot of bend but don't break so far. It's tied up 7-7 here at the half, as you previously mentioned. But a defense, they're flying around, they're playing well, just haven't always been able to get off of the field on those money downs, whether it be 3rd or 4th down. But offensively, they've got to find some kind of semblance of an identity. It was the same thing last week in the first half. Never really got anything going through the air or on the ground, and I think that they really need to get Jordan Clark established on the ground. Him and Drayton Pouncil, it's a more than a solid 1-2 punch in 5A. I would take them over most other teams here in this league. So I just think they need to figure some things out offensively. I think starting with the run game is the place to go, but they played a cleaner game. Penalties have not been an issue, and it was a very quick first half. I don't know if you noticed this, but less than an hour, and we were done with that first half. So a clean game there, nothing really to complain about. But as I mentioned, just some continuity and identity offensively, and I think they'll be all right when things hit all 4 zeros here in the 4th.
By the way, I don't know if you could hear it, but Randy Hughes and I had a bet on the World Series. I'm a big Yankees fan. He was betting on the Dodgers here. I think one of us is going to have to owe a cheeseburger to the other one, and you'll see it on Facebook, I guess, one day or another. But he came up to me. He knocked on the glass. They got my attention, and you might have heard in the background, Randy Hughes, Dodgers. So anyway, yeah. So, yeah, I heard a lot of what you said, Chase. It's just they need to get something going here. Drayton Pouncil has not had a carry yet so far tonight. The Buffaloes, again, just really struggling. 37 yards of offense in the first half, too. The Lions 138, but still they're tied up 7-7. So it's like almost a repeat of last week. Phillip, what was your opinion on the first half?
Oh man, it was ugly. Yeah, you got 2 interceptions, but I mean, when you have a chance to essentially go up,
Public Schools is proud to present and have
you have a chance to score a touchdown. You get a pick by Cade French, and you go backwards. Brandon Smith takes you all the way down to the 2. You punch it in, but then you come back on the field on your next offensive drive in Durant territory. You go backwards, and I mean, this game could be worse because Durant was driving the ball in their first drive of the game, and half a yard away from converting on fourth and medium, maybe?
Yeah, his 4th and medium. But again, real quick, I want to interrupt you. 4 out of McAllister's 19 plays in the first half have gone for negative. No, sorry, 5. 5 of McAllister's 19 plays in the first half have gone for negative yards. That's over a quarter.
Yeah, and that's not going to get the job done. And when you look at that, and then you look at so far what Durant's doing, and I know we're going to get to stats here in a little bit, but you know when Durant has over 138 right at 138 yards of offense, and when they got 138 yards of offense, and you have 5 plays going for negative yards, that's not going to get it done. That's going to lose you a football game. You're just lucky that your defense was able to get a few stops when they did, because this game, you could be down 2 scores going into half.
Especially with some of the starting field positions for the Lions. So again, I think they had starting field positions of 26, McAlester 48. We had McAlester 40, Durant 18 after a great punt by Jackson McKinney, and then started at the 50-yard line. So they had 3 different drives start either in McAlester territory or at the 50. So that's a big win by the Buffalo defense. But, again, they're going to need to get that offense moving again. For a majority of district play, the Buffaloes have been able to put up a lot of yards. Again, on the season, they're averaging 342 yards per game, 32 points per game. But tonight they're, again, having a lot of what happened last week. They're only at 37 yards of offense. Again, like we said, we're going to mention more stats as we get going a little bit later on. But, Phillip, the reason why McAlester is tied and not down in this game, who's your difference maker so far?
My man, the guy that I said I'm going to watch out for. He didn't do it on the offensive side of the ball, but he got it done on the defensive side of the ball. That's TNT, Mr. Brandon Smith. And shout out Jackson McKinney. That came from Chase McNutt during the commercial break, said that he was able to look at it. Saw that McKinney actually was the one that got his hand in there and tipped it, and then led Brandon Smith to that interception. And I got a message from my boss, Phillip Schultz. He's watching and listening. He's like, send it to the booth for review. He was not out. He was in.
Yeah, I think he might have been in.
And Media Mafia down there on the sideline was like, from my angle, looks like he's in. But regardless, you took the ball all the way down to the 2-yard line. You got it there. You put this team in a position to now come out, have 24 minutes of football, and give yourself a chance to win, because had you not made that interception, who knows where this game is? You could be down 7-0. We don't know.
You could be down 14-0 because Durant was driving a little bit there.
You could be down 14-0. We don't know. But that play right there by Brandon Smith swung some momentum, and that's why we are at the half tied.
Yep, and we're going to be looking at some scores from around the district and area coming up next as well. This is the Buffalo Halftime Show brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry.
Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry in McAlester is your full-service jewelry store. Custom jewelry, sales, repair, watch battery replacement, and now carrying Citizen watches. Looking for a memorable gift? Come to Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry. Don't forget, if McAlester wins, you take an extra 15% off your purchase by telling us what the score was for the game. Follow us on Facebook and call us at 918-420-9313. Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry, 1117 East Wade Watts Avenue, McAlester. Open Tuesday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m.
Welcome back to the Buffalo Halftime Show presented by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry. Stop by Wiley's and McAlester for all of your jewelry needs. Again, it's 7-7 at the half. McAlester tied with the Lions. But let's look at how games are going around the district and area with our scoreboard update. That's brought to you by Barlow Built Performance and Automotive. They're your full-service automotive repair shop, brake work, and heat and air repair. Plus, we do MIG and TIG welding. We're McAllister's only full-time exhaust shop. From race cars to your grandma's cars, we do it all. We sell tires and wheels. Barlow Built Performance and Automotive, 1 West Monroe Avenue in McAlester. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 918-318-0323. So, Phillip, take it away.
All right, we're going to start off in district play where we got some doozies going on right now. The Coweta Tigers and the Booker T. Washington Hornets, 10-7 currently.
Who's on top, though?
The Booker T by 3.
By 3 over the Tigers of Coweta.
And that's very shocking. Next up,
I hate that I changed my pick here, man. I shouldn't have.
Bishop Kelly decided tonight's the night we're going to step up, play some football. They currently lead Shawnee 34-6.
Chase is going to get a game on me here. That's why he's chiming in. I know.
I'm a Lone Ranger here.
He was. He's going to get a game on all of us here. Yeah, well,
And Shawnee just scored, by the way.
I blame Jim Reagan. Jim Reagan gave me that information. I'm thinking, oh, my goodness, Shawnee might be a totally different team. Jim, thank you so much for making me miss out on that pick'em.
Last night, the Edison Eagles, they lost to the Cardinals 66-14. Currently, the Lincoln Christian Bulldogs, as we go to our local teams, are defeating are up on the Eufaula Ironheads 28-0. The Bearcats of Antlers 8, the Atoka Wampus Cats 0. The Valiant Bulldogs have defeated the Wilburton Diggers 34-14. The Dibble Demons up 12-8 on them Toothpaste Kittens. The Holdenville Wolverines are up 20-0 on the Davis Wolves. The Miners up 10-0 on the Haymakers. Last night we saw the Caddo Bruins defeat the Canadian Cougars 57-0, and the Savannah Bulldogs punched their ticket to the playoffs with a 67-16 victory over the Quintum Savages.
And with the Bulldogs getting back to the playoffs for the first time since 2020. All right, again, the score in our game is McAlester 7, Durant 7. Stats and keys to the second half coming up next. This is the Buffalo Halftime Show presented by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry.
Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry in McAlester is your full-service jewelry store. Custom jewelry, sales, repair, watch battery replacement, and now carrying Citizen watches. Looking for a memorable gift? Come to Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry. Don't forget, if McAlester wins, you take an extra 15% off your purchase by telling us what the score was for the game. Follow us on Facebook and call us at 918-420-9313. Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry, 1117 East Wade Watts Avenue, McAlester. Open Tuesday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m.
Welcome back to the Buffalo Halftime Show presented by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry. Stop by Wiley's in McAlester for all of your jewelry needs. Again, it is 7-7 at the break. Let's look at your team stats and individual stats. Do we want to start off with the home team or the away team?
Let's start with the visitors.
All right, so the Durant Lions here, they had five different guys carry the ball so far. As we had number 22, that is Shajan Davis. He had 1 carry for 2 yards. Number 34, Stephen Menard. He has had 7 carries for 25 yards. Cole Robbins with 15 carries for, I believe that's 69 yards and a touchdown. And we had number 7, that is Joseph Flores. He had 1 carry for 5 yards. Robbins so far tonight, he has completed 5. Looks like that is 6 for 11 for 37 yards and 2 interceptions. He's had 3 different receivers, each one of them having 2 catches each. Starting off with Aiden Polk, he had 2 catches for 13 yards. Number 7, Joseph Flores, 2 receptions for 5 yards. And number 2, Ryder Jones, 2 receptions for 19 yards. 2 penalties by the Lions, a holding penalty and a personal foul, 25 yards of penalties on them. 101 rushing yards on 24 attempts, 37 passing yards on 11 attempts, and 138 total yards on 35 plays, nearly double the plays that McAlester ran in the first half. 4.2 yards a rush, 3.4 yards a pass, and just about 3.9 yards a play for the Lions. For the McAlester offense, you had Brandon Smith. He had 1 carry for 10 yards. Jordan Clark, 5 carries for 11 yards and a touchdown. Casey Washington-Maisie has been sacked twice. He's had 3 total carries for a combined -3 yards. Washington-Maisie, 1, 2, 3, 4. He has gone 6 for 10 for 19 yards. Devion Bickham has had 2 catches for 16 yards. Cleveland Williamson has had 2 catches for -3 yards. We've had Jordan Clark with a 14-yard reception and James Barr Jr. with a -8-yard reception. Only 1 penalty on the Buffaloes was a 5-yard false start. 18 rushing yards on 9 attempts, 19 passing yards on 10 attempts, 37 total yards in the first half on 19 attempts. 2 yards a rush, 1.9 yards a pass, and just about 2 yards a play as well. So, again, we mentioned McAlester had 63 yards of offense last week, and that was their least amount of yards that they had since McAllister's been releasing stats on the Max Preps. That was back in about 2006. The next closest one to that 63 was still past 100. It was around 105, 110, and McAllister's still on pace to not get to the 100-yard mark. What can McAlester do in the second half to get there? What can they do to kickstart this offense?
I mean, you just got to really pick up the blocks, and when you're picking up the blocks, got to be able to hit the holes. But then when you're throwing the football, we have thrown so many screenplays that have went for negative yards because we can't block. We also have had screenplays go for negative yards because we're throwing the ball higher behind the receiver. And these are just things that you cannot do if you want to be a football team that competes in the month of November. Small mental mistakes like this cannot be happening in week 9 now. Week 9. And you know, in week 9, you would think, like, if we're running a bubble screen, you're going to hit this guy, you're going to get a block, ball's going to be in his chest, he's going to turn it up. If we're running a tunnel screen, line's going to come through, we're going to dump one down, he's not going to have to jump in the air for it. Or if we are running the football, you know your assignment, we're going to hit these marks and we're going to get this ball up the field. And it is something that has been so head-pounding. If you are an Oklahoma fan, an Oklahoma State fan throughout the year, small mistakes that should be fixed this late in the year are now starting to become problems for McAlester. Luckily, you haven't had any penalties tonight, except for
one, and that was a false start.
And so, if there's a silver lining, it's that one. But when it comes to mistakes that you should not be making in Week 9, those are the ones that's going to keep you away from being successful in the month of November and sitting on the couch early.
Yeah, so we'll see if the McAlester Buffaloes can kickstart the offense here. Chase, your keys to the second half for the Buffaloes.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, it was a clean first half penalty-wise, so not really anything to change there. Just more of what I said about just finding some continuity, some kind of identity on offense. And I think it has to start with if you can get Drayton Pouncil and Jordan Clark rolling along, that'll really set up your pass game a little bit more, and maybe that's pass you start to get a little bit more yards from it. But I think just find offensively and maybe
Thank you, Chase. I think we kind of lost him a little bit there. Again, with so much activity going on the field right now, we're having senior night for the Pride of McAlester right now. And as we get ready to get into the second half, we are going to be seeing if McAlester can start to kick it on up. Right now, they're tied up with the Durant Lions 7-7, and this Week 9 matchup between the Buffaloes and the Lions is 80th edition of the matchup. Again, this has been the Buffalo Halftime Show, and that's been brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry. Again, McAlester gets the ball to begin the second half. Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry, free jewelry cleaning and inspections are recommended every 4 to 6 months to keep your jewelry looking at its best. Proper cleaning and inspection will extend the longevity of your most cherished pieces of jewelry. We'll get back to our regular sponsors here and be back as soon as we're done with the halftime festivities, and as soon as McAlester gets over here to the near sideline, we'll be back to play. Beginning at 7-7, McAlester tied up with the Durant Lions here on KNED.
I love fall. Cool breeze, cozy sweaters, and Fit Nissan of McAllister's falling prices. Exactly, just like the leaves change colors, our prices keep dropping. Have you seen the new Rogue? It's as bold as autumn red. Or the sleek black Altima, smooth as crisp November nights. With these prices, you'll be falling in love with your new ride before the last leaf hits the ground. And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Kawasaki's Ridge and Ridge XR family set the new off-road standard, built for work and play. Ridge side-by-sides deliver versatile performance with a powerful 4-cylinder engine and premium interior features. For even more trail-taming power, the Ridge XR family offers more horsepower and versatility for rugged work or advanced play. This is peak premium performance. Shop the full Kawasaki Ridge lineup today at Vickers Power Sports, 1904 South Main, McAlester.
As we cheer on the Buffaloes for a great season, make sure your home is just as game ready with Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Whether it's keeping warm during those chilly game nights or staying cool when the heat is on, we've got you covered with top-notch heating and cooling. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air today and enjoy home comfort that's always in the winning zone. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 001-44485. Go Buffs!
Well, the holiday season is upon us, which means family and friends will be over for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and at Vickers Furniture, our showroom is full of name brand furniture at great savings and easy financing. Plus, there's free turkeys. Not only that, but you can get your $10,000 tickets here too. And did I mention a free turkey? Drop by Vickers Furniture for details. Vickers, 2nd and Choctaw, McAlester.
Vickers Furniture, we're right here with you.
Some zero-turn riding lawnmowers concentrate on performance. Others stay focused on comfort. But whoever said it's an either-or situation? With Gravely, you get plenty of both. And the ProTurn 300 is a perfect example. This newly designed mower is loaded with innovative features and is designed to keep the operator mowing comfortably from dawn to dusk. The Gravely ProTurn 300, the right balance of comfort and performance. Available at KC Farm Machinery, right across from the McAlester Union Stockyards.
A duo that's perfect together. That's Blackburn Plumbing and Air and Lennox. Blackburn Plumbing and Air is your local Lennox dealer, and we're committed to making your family's home comfort our top priority. With the wide assortment of Lennox products to offer, Blackburn Plumbing and Air will ensure your home's air is perfect for your family. Call us today at 918-423-2078 or visit us online at goblackburn.com to learn more about how you can experience expert service and care offered by Blackburn Plumbing and Air. License number 138890.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs, whether residential or commercial. First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122. Caring Hands Healthcare Centers offers high-quality, affordable care with locations in McAlester and Hartshorn. Caring Hands provides easy access to health care at reduced costs, medical, dental, behavioral health, and substance abuse services. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and commercial insurance, and offer reduced pricing for patients that are underinsured or not insured based on income. We offer transportation and a 340B discount pharmacy program. Caring Hands Healthcare Centers. For more information, call 918-426-2442.
Welcome back to MacTown here at the Hook. The McAlester Buffaloes and the Durant Lions tied up 7-7. McAllister's offense trying to get kick-started here as we're about to put 12 minutes on the clock and get ready. We just got done with senior night for the McAlester band, Pride of McAlester. We had senior night for a lot of our fall sports happen before the game here today, including our football team. So thank you to all of our seniors for their hard work and dedication during their years as McAlester Buffaloes, and we can't wait to see what you do in the future. We're about to have kickoff here, brought to you by Red Duck Tattoo Studio for all of your custom artwork, big or small, color or black and gray. Now booking for fall. Gift certificates available. Red Duck Tattoo Studio, 219 East Chickasaw Avenue, McAlester. Must be 18 years or older. Again, Buffaloes are going to get the ball to be able to begin the second half. They'll be returning it left to right across your radio dial and your video screen. The Lions still getting ready to break out of their huddle along the far sideline. They just now started the 3 minutes on the clock here at the press box, so I still think we might have about 2.5 minutes until we can officially get this thing rolling. So I think we're going to take just a short commercial break and be back. Okay, so it looks like we have 2 more minutes. It looks like everyone was ready to go, but now we're just waiting on the clock to go down to 0. So we'll take one more break and be back with kickoff to the second half. It's 7-7. McAlester tied with Durant here on KNED.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester says bring on the monstrous discounts on new Jeeps in stock, including Jeep Wranglers. Take up to $12,000 off new Wranglers or 0% for 72 months. The hot-selling Compass discounted $8,000 off or price at $19,900. Wow! Patriot makes your next Jeep affordable, which allows you to pay off those pesky credit card bills. Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Wrangler MSRP 68190, Compass 28090.
The Buffaloes are the pride of McAlester. When it comes to sports, they're the winning team. And when it comes to your money, Bank First is the all-star you need on your side. We're talking big plays with full-service banking, touchdowns with convenient online and mobile banking, and overtime support with extended hours and ATMs statewide. Bank First, your money's winning team. Proud supporter of the McAlester Buffaloes. Member FDIC.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
And there's kickoff to begin the second half as Brandon Smith takes us along the far sideline at the 16-yard line and works it near side. As there's one big block, he gets to the 20-yard line around a hold that's not called, and he gets out to the 26-yard line. Again, the Buffaloes got away with maybe a couple of holds in that return. We haven't had a lot of penalties in tonight's game so far. Smith takes this one out to about the officially 27-yard line, and that's where the Buffaloes will begin this drive. Again, only 38 yards of offense by the McAlester Buffaloes in the first half. They're going to try to build on that and just break out, because right now they haven't had really any explosive plays, just a couple of plays for 10 yards in their first drive. Since then, they have been stopped quite a bit. So out comes Casey Washington-Mazey and Jordan Clark. Clark has 11 yards and a touchdown so far. They're going to load up the line with an H-back on the left side, a receiver to each side of the line as well. Looks like we have a tight end on the right side line. Here's a snap. Handoff Clark up the middle. Clark finds a hole past the 30-yard line and gets good yardage on first down. Call that a gain of 5 yards. Brings up second down and 5. And that's a good start for McAlester here in quarter number 3. Just getting started with the third quarter. Tie game 7-7 for those on radio. Called actually a gain of 6. Second down and 4. And they're going to keep on loading up the line here. The Lions were able to get into the backfield of the Buffaloes often in the first half. 5 plays of negative yards. They bring the pressure here. Here's another handoff to Clark. This time met by a line at the line of scrimmage and driven back. Don't believe there was any gain on that carry, maybe even a loss. Brings up third down.
Oh, gave him a yard.
Yeah, I didn't think he got that. That got now to the 34-yard line. So brings up third down and 3. Clark came off the field here. And Drayton Pouncil, he has not had a carry yet so far in the game. Pouncil's averaging 10.1 yards a carry so far in the season on 35 rushes, 3 touchdowns to go with it. Again, loading the line. 2 receivers to the left, 7 seconds to snap it here on third down and 3 on the opening drive of the second half. Washington Maisie has the ball, tosses it out over to Drayton Pouncil. He's met in the backfield and taken down. Loss of about 4 yards, and that's not a great way to start off the second half of the McAlester offense. Looks like they're going to go 3 and out and have to punt it away. Jackson McKinney makes his way out onto the field, and the Lions will get the ball back, who dominated the first half by just about 100 yards more of offense than the Buffaloes had and nearly double the plays. And that was a toss out to the right of Pouncil, but they're over here on the near side too. And he only tossed it about maybe 1 foot from where Washington Maisie was. There's the snap to McKinney. McKinney will punt it, a line drive, end-over-end punt. That will take a McAlester bounce inside the 40-yard line. Stop there, move sideways, and down right between the 36 and the 37. Chase, I mean, I'm looking over here at this Durant sideline. They've got all the momentum right now.
Yeah, just standing down here, Brandon, you can definitely hear the difference in both sidelines. The Durant side, at least for right now, definitely more animated. They feel like, I mean, they are in this game. It's a 7-7 game, but they feel like they have all the opportunity in the world to go down and possibly take the lead here.
And Lions still in the playoff hunt. They have not gone to the playoffs since 2011. They haven't beat McAlester since 2017, and they've lost 14 of the last 15 against the Buffaloes. Tonight, they're saying enough is enough. Tie game 7-7, 9:49 left in the third quarter. Here's the first snap for the Lions of the second half. And the Buffalo defense is right there on the handoff to Menard. It's a loss of 2 back to the 35-yard line. Coming up once again, that's Braden Bumpus' first one up from the pile. Brings up second down and 12.
Yeah, Buffaloes, they seen it and read it perfectly. Bumpus comes over on the switch on that strong side, working right on the top of the tight end. Tight end doesn't block him. And the guard and tackle came into him, and he absorbed that blow from the guard and just worked upfield, and that's exactly how you design that play for him.
So second down and 12. The Lions have actually overcome a second down and 11 twice so far tonight. This is second and 12. Stacking the receivers, 2 to the right, 2 to the left, ball in the near hash. Running back to the right. Robbins gets the ball, looking to pass quickly over to the left side, caught by Davis. Davis tackled by a couple of Buffalo. Drayton Pouncil coming to finish the job after it was either Will Spears or Brandon Smith that wrapped him up first. Gets a quick 4 yards back, maybe even 5. Brings up third down and long for the Lions here.
I go the quick hitter right there. Just a quick hitch route. Sat down, comes down, makes a play, and then Drayton Pouncil delivers the punishing blow after Brandon Smith had him wrapped up. Right here, look for Kevin Harmon to really dial up some pressure right here. Try to get Robbins. They're going empty backfield. They're going to try to get to him, force something out.
They found a lot of success in this formation here. Man in motion. It's a snap on third down. They're going to hand it off on third down on the sweep. Running right to the 40-yard line. Still got to get more yards and a nice wrap-up tackle at the 42-yard line. Got to see who that Buffalo is. It worked away from us over here, but it's a nice tackle to bring up fourth down and about 5. But
yeah, that was Braden Bumpus. He chased him all the way from one end to the other and made that play.
And it's fourth down.
Chase, you're about to chime in here.
Phillip took the words right out of my mouth.
And the Lions will punt the ball away for the first time today. Try to get it on a jet sweep. Braden Bumpus, instrumental on that drive. We're going to be having McKinney back deep to return this one. This one is a high punt, sky high, that's going to be shanked out of bounds. We're going to see where this ball officially went out at. The officials are going to call it at their own 44-yard line. So after a 3-and-out by the Buffalo offense, the Buffalo defense does their job, gets the ball back to their offense. Man, I also feel like in some of these plays that the Buffaloes have, they're like a broken tackle or two away from being able to get down the field and score. But credit to the Lions, they've been tackling well today. Not a lot of broken tackles by the Buffaloes. They start this drive of their own. Again, 44, 8:18 left in the third quarter. Tie game 7-7 between the Buffs and the Lions. Ball's going to hang out on the far hash.
After your defense goes 3 and out right there, you need something big here for this Buffalo offense. Got to put a hat on a hat. Get this ball moving.
2 receivers right, H-back right. To the right of KWM is Jordan Clark. Snap, handoff Clark, up the middle, bouncing left, trying to get positive yards and does so. Only a gain of about 3, though, brings up 2nd down and 7. Depending on where the knee went down of the junior. Yeah, it is 2nd and 7 coming up. McAlester had a good gain of 5 yards on their first play of the previous drive, and then they went backwards after that. James Barr Jr. comes in for Pfeiffer Mitchell, who was running as the H-back on that last play. 2nd and 7, 7:45 left in the third. Again, 7-7 are a score. 2 receivers each side. Clark on the right of KWM once again. There's a snap. Pass out near side over to Bickham. Bickham is wrapped up and driven down. That's another missed block. Taken by Ryder Jones. Straight line to Devion Bickham, and we have Bickham that's slow to get up. He's laying on his face mask right now. Lions are chirping at the Buffaloes. But we've got a game here as Bickham's trying to get himself up. We're going to take an injury timeout. 7:24 left in the third quarter. 7-7. Third down coming up here in just a moment on KNED.
Well, the holiday season is upon us, which means family and friends will be over for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and at Vickers Furniture, our showroom is full of name brand furniture at great savings and easy financing. Plus, there's free turkeys. Not only that, but you can get your $10,000 tickets here too. And did I mention a free turkey? Drop by Vickers Furniture for details. Vickers, 2nd and Choctaw, McAlester.
Vickers Furniture, we're right here with you.
On Bickham that made his way to the near sideline, but he got his bell rung a little bit there. Again, we'll send it down to Chase McNutt here in just a little bit for a sideline report, maybe an injury report on Bickham. As during that timeout, he was able to get off the field on his own power. But the Buffaloes, after another loss of yards on a screen pass, a lot of those the last couple of weeks, brings up 3rd down and 9. 7:11 left to go in the third quarter. 7-7 our score. Ball at the Buffalo 45-yard line. Trips left. 6 to snap it. Kason Washington-Maisie gets the ball. Back to pass. Rushing 5. Now he's going to step over the pocket. Has to beat a man for the sticks. He doesn't have the corner to the 50-yard line. He will be tackled shy of the first down. About 3 or 4 yards shy. Again, the man that was running a spy there on Kason Washington-Maisie was Axel Thurman, a guy that has now over 100 tackles for the Lions. Looks like Buffaloes are going to go for it on 4th down again here from around the 50-yard line. So I don't see McKinney coming out, but we have Dozer.
KWM's limping.
So
Kason came off the field. He's limping as they're going into Dozer.
I think it might be his left ankle. Talking to Baker about it here, but here's a big 4th down and 4. Clark in the Dozer. Bumpus moves to the right. Here's the snap. Running right, Clark looking for a lane. Clark gets to the 45-yard line, and the Buffaloes have their first down since the first quarter. That first down brought to you by McAlester Direct Primary Care, offering 24/7 access to your provider, deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging, more time with your provider, same day or next day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. Call 918-233-6522. But Chase, we saw Bickham come off the field not too long ago, and Kason Washington-Maisie came up limping a little bit too. Do you have an injury report for us?
Well, neither one of them are sitting down back here on the bench, which is a good sign. But as you mentioned, KWM looked like an angel injury. And over for KWM, I can't quite see him from where I'm standing. I'll throw it to you real quick.
And here's a run play by Jordan Clark out of Dozer, and he gets another 10 yards there by the Buffaloes. That'll move the chains once more. Go back down to Chase as the Buffaloes get the ball to the Durant 33.
I also will say Gavin Brumley is warming up over here on the sideline, so that could be, a nod as to what's going on with KWM right now.
Right now they're just going to keep on spamming Dozer. They did this in the third quarter against the Booker T. Washington Hornets as well, and it worked really well. The only problem that you have here is when you get into Dozer package, a lot of these guys that are blocking for you play both ways. They're got to be gassed here. 5:48 left to go in the third quarter. Dozer again on first down and 10. The snap. Clark up the middle. Clark shifting to the 25-yard line. Good gain on first down again of about 7 yards. Brings up second down and 3. I mean, for the last 2 weeks, this has been the play that's been able to get McAlester most of their success. It's the Dozer package. You load up the box, our guys against your guys, and so far McAllister's been getting their first real push of the night.
Yeah, you know, I mean, and right now, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And they're going to switch Jordan Clark for Bumpus, and now Bump's going to head it up Dozer right now.
Yeah, Bump was the one that was actually running the Dozer package to begin the season, and around week 3 or 4, that is when Jordan Clark took over those duties. But here's that, not actually Dozer. They're going under center. Bumpus has the ball, tries to run it right, gets positive yards, but not enough for a first down. Gets it out to the 25-yard line. Called a gain of 2 when it brings up third down and 2. And you know that they probably want to go with this package as much as they can because with Case and Washington Maisie being a little bit banged up after that last time he came off the field, trying to run as many plays. Well, here comes KWM, so he's back into the game. On third down, we're going to call it 1, 15 seconds to snap it. Gets the play in with 11. They got to hurry. They break the huddle with 8. Loading the right sideline, 2 receivers to the left. Third down and 1. Here's the snap. Handoff, Drayton Pouncil, sweeping right, first down inside the red zone, tackled up high and taken down at the 19. And Chase is going to chime in.
There was a flag thrown right before the play. I believe there was either some players or coaches over here on the back sideline, just either on the wide or on the field. Might be just be a sideline warning, but there was a flag thrown.
We had a sideline warning on Durant. Thank you, Chase. And that is a sideline warning on McAlester. So thank you, Chase, for chiming in there. Buffaloes still get the first down into the red zone. That's the Pops Kettle Corn red zone, 2714 North Main Street, McAlester in Old Town. You can custom color your popcorn for the holidays. Choose from numerous bag sizes, bulk, or a gift box. Call 918-404-5630 for quotes. It's been the run game all this drive so far. I think they've only had one pass, and that was early in the drive.
That was that bubble screen that Davion Bickham took a shot on.
Under 4 minutes left, and yeah, that's going to be a major offsides penalty. As we had our tight end and H-back moving over to the left side, Jaden Rangel thought he had a free shot at somebody. That's going to move the ball 5 yards inside the 15. That's what I thought it should be. Chase?
There is some discussion, Brandon. It looked like the near side official wanted to call that on McAlester for movement. So this could be an interesting conversation.
I'm going to go back and look at this if I can. But it was the tight end and the H. No, they're going to call it on McAlester. Wow. They call that on McAlester. I think it was only the tight end and the H-back that moved, but I'm going to go back and look at this real quick. Phillip, if you see it first, tell me. No, McAlester never moved. It was the H-back and the tight end that moved. Rangel followed him. That's a miss there by the officials. That should have been an offsides penalty, and the Lions get gifted one here.
Okay, so I was trying to listen to the explanation here. Coach Cricket was trying to say that they were shifting, but the referee said didn't look like a shift to me.
Oh,
so
my goodness.
That's the call.
That's insane. What else were they doing? Here's the snap. Handoff. Drayton Pouncil in the backfield. Axel Thurman brings down the axe. That's a major loss, and again, just open holes running through there for the defense. Drayton Pouncil had no shot. And now what was a promising drive, we're looking at second down and about 20.
Yeah, they're pulling the guard and the tackle, and they just bull rushed. Just the floodgates opened right there, and they get into the backfield. And that was about as ugly as it can get right there. And what, like you said, Brandon, turned into a promising drive. Now you just lost 15 yards, essentially.
That's a brutal false start penalty, too, to be able to stop the momentum. Instead inside the 15 just a play ago, which it looked like McAlester should have been. They've got to call a timeout now. 2:44 left in the third. Tie game 7-7. Second and about 20 coming up here on KNED.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester says bring on the monstrous discounts on new Jeeps in stock, including Jeep Wranglers. Take up to $12,000 off new Wranglers or 0% for 72 months. The hot-selling Compass discounted $8,000 off or price at $19,900. Wow! Patriot makes your next Jeep affordable, which allows you to pay off those pesky credit card bills. Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Wrangler MSRP 68190. Compass 28090.
The Buffaloes are the pride of McAlester. When it comes to sports, they're the winning team. And when it comes to your money, Bank First is the all-star you need on your side. We're talking big plays with full-service banking, touchdowns with convenient online and mobile banking, and overtime support with extended hours and ATMs statewide. Bank First, your money's winning team. Proud supporter of the McAlester Buffaloes. Member FDIC.
The Buffaloes have to burn their first time out of the second half. It is 7-7. Buffaloes tied up with the Lions. And after a controversial false start against the McAlester Buffaloes happened, then a loss of 4 and a big tackle of Drayton Pouncil. Here's second down and 20 from the Lion, 29-yard line. Back to pass is Washington Maisie. Goes over the middle of the field, has a man streaking open, but cutting it off and picking it off is Ryder Jones. Down the far sideline to the 15, out to the 25. We've got multiple flags.
2 flags and a hat.
And a Lion is pushed out of bounds here. We have got a flag at the 35 and then a hat by the head official at the 36. Chase?
I know one of these is going to be on the return. Looked like a block in the back on Durant. And this other one in the backfield, I mean, it could be holding. I didn't see if KWM had a guy in his face. Could be roughing if it was that. But I know one of these two is at least on Durant.
I see 3 different flags. And then also an official's hat. It's the white hat. So we're going to have to keep it around here. The McAlester offense is still on the field, just in case this was before the pass.
So in the strangest turn of events, and I want to go back to on this interception, though.
Yeah, but it's going to be holding on the Buffaloes. That'll be declined.
That ball just floated around. That ball was like a duck. You got to get that ball over the goal line, and that was what allowed him to make that interception.
That'd be a crackback, right? Or a
blindside?
Yeah, blindside block there. No, crackback. Whatever I was trying to say. Yeah, that is a blindside block also on the Lions on the return. So they got it out around the 26-yard line. That's going to move further back, though. But, yeah, that's going to be an interception. But the whole drive, I mean, I'm not going to say anything about officials, but, man, when you have one call that goes against your way and you move back 5 yards when you're already struggling on trying to move the ball and you're trying to make it work like you are moving like Army and trying to get a good first down push and a good second down push, when you go backwards 5 yards, it changes the entire offensive flow. And we went from what should have been first down and 5 from inside the 15. The false start, the tackle for a loss, it led to you having to pass it, tried to go for a pass on 2nd and 19, leads to the pick, and now the Lions get the ball at the 13-yard line, their own 13, with 2:32 left in the third quarter in a tie game. Handoff up the middle, again, not much going on there. Gain of 2 there by, I believe that's Menard on the carry, brings up 2nd down and 8. And now we have more flags coming in. This is going to be on the Buffaloes here.
Yeah, this one's going to be on Brandon Smith, shoving a little bit after the play, just right in front of the official.
I'd say the Lions are so far being successful getting in the Buffaloes' heads.
Yeah, I mean, what was going really good for the Buffaloes, just now it's will starting to come off, and we got some temper starting to really flare now on the sidelines.
It's still a tie game, 7-7. Buffaloes got to lock in here.
Also, it's going to be more. I'm surprised it's not more than just a normal, just a 15-yarder. Because Brandon Smith took his helmet off on the field. And so, if they wanted to, they could have called another one on him. Luckily, they did not.
Ball's going to be at their own 30-yard line, moving right to left. Favoring the far hash, empty backfield, 5 wide. Robbins going with the hard count, now gets the ball after the clap, passes it out right. Leaping catch made by Jones. Man, he's an athlete. Gets that past the 35-yard line to the 36. That was thrown behind him and to the right. And Jones about as sure as hand says he got. Gain of 6 or 7. Brings up 2nd down and short. And call it 2nd down and 3 on the way here for the Lions. On a gain of 7 on that little curl route again.
Yeah, right now Durant has all the momentum in the world. McAllister's starting to argue with each other on the field, on the sideline. Stupid penalties, things that are going to come back and bite you, and they got to get their head screwed on tight now.
And in motion, Robbins going to run it up the middle. Had to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. He might have. Could be a loss of 1. I think they're going to give him the line of scrimmage, so that brings up 3rd down and 3. On a good stop. They haven't been able to get Robbins a whole lot when he's been able to get his wheels turning. That time, no gain. 3rd down and 3. 1:20 left in the third quarter. Tie game 7-7. Ball's going to favor that far hash, and most of their plays have been ran out of this empty formation where Robbins can take it and run. It's forcing the defense to spread out and not load the box is what it's doing. Robbins, snap, going to run it again. Up the middle, he's stopped. Does he get the push? I think he's a little shy. One of the officials over here on this near side is signaling, or where he's standing would be a first down. The one on the far says he's shy. One guy's signaling a first down. The other one's saying he's shy. So it is fourth down. They're going to run under center here and go for it on 4th and inches. Snap. Robbins running right. First down all day. He'll get out to the 45-yard line. Out to around the 46, and that'll move the chains here for the Lions. Caught McAlester a little bit off guard, too.
First down.
Under a minute left to go in the third quarter. Time continues to tick in this 7-7 game. This has been the game plan that Durant wanted to run. They wanted this to be a low-scoring game. They got it. They've been able to hold the ball a whole lot. They've been able to run way more plays than the Buffaloes have so far. They break the huddle with 15 to snap it, 27 seconds left in the third. Back to the empty backfield. 3 receivers left. Robbins looks left with 5 on the play clock. 4 now, 3. Claps, there's the ball. Looks left, now looks back right. Looking to pass late, dumps it late. It's caught. Great look by Robbins. Finds Ryder Jones for the first down past the 45-yard line, out to around the 43. That'll stop the clock momentarily while they move the chains, but that will more than likely be the final play of the third quarter, and it will be. Put those 4s up in the air, Buff fans. It's going to be a close one down to the finish. 7-7 is our score as we head to quarter number 4 here on KNED.
Kawasaki's Ridge and Ridge XR family set the new off-road standard, built for work and play. Ridge side-by-sides deliver versatile performance with a powerful 4-cylinder engine and premium interior features. For even more trail-taming power, the Ridge XR family offers more horsepower and versatility for rugged work or advanced play. This is peak premium performance. Shop the full Kawasaki Ridge lineup today at Vickers Power Sports, 1904 South Main, McAlester.
As we cheer on the Buffaloes for a great season, make sure your home is just as game ready with Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Whether it's keeping warm during those chilly game nights or staying cool when the heat is on, we've got you covered with top-notch heating and cooling. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air today and enjoy home comfort that's always in the winning zone. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 001-44485. Go Buffs!
Football program.
So the bright side, McAlester has still not given up a touchdown in the third quarter through 9 weeks of the regular season. The bad side is that McAlester is being outscored in the fourth quarter this year 30-27, and the Lions are driving, tied up 7-7 with 12 minutes on the clock, 12 minutes left in regulation. It's first down and 10 for the Lions from the Buffalo 42-yard line. Ball in the near hash, stacking receivers, 2 on each side, very close to the line. Menard to the right side of Robbins. Here's the snap. Hand back off. Looking for back door. Now they're going to throw near side to nobody. In fact, that should be an intentional grounding. They threw it to absolutely nobody over in the near side. It was caught by an assistant coach.
That's textbook intentional.
He might still be in the tackle box.
He was definitely in the tackle box.
I will say that the refs they are playing or officiating with 1 less ref. You usually have 5. They're without, I think, a linesman today or a back line judge.
Oh, 100% he was in the tackle box. He threw that ball on the hash.
2 receivers each side brings up second down and 10 after the incomplete pass. Snap, handoff Menard. Menard up the middle. Not much going on. Trying to get a push as he gets out to about the 40-yard line. Gain of a little less than 2.
We're getting taken down by a squad o'clock.
And it brings up third down and long here for the Lions. 11:40 left to go in the game. Tie game 7-7. In the fourth quarter, that's where we saw McAlster's defense start to wear down a little bit last week against Booker T because they were on the field a whole lot last week. They had to come up with a big stop here.
And this is something Durant does to perfection. Methodical. Bring in the play from the sideline. Make the defense wait. They can't just line up, see where you're at, and then switch to formation. And that's just something that the Lions do to perfection.
Third down and 8. Snap. Robbins looking right. Passing right quickly. Finds Jones. It's high, and it's tipped loose. Incomplete. Brings up 4th and 8.
Pass falls incomplete. 4th down.
A little high for Jones. Jones has been sure-handed all night long. That time also contested well by a Buffalo defender, and that will bring up 4th down and 8. And the decision here for the Lions, and if I'm the Lions, based on McAlester just struggling to move the ball, this is a no-brainer. You got to go for it here on 4th down and 8 from the 40.
I want to say right now, Noah Leonardo just checked in at that defensive end position. So they're going to try to use that speed, try to get him up there in Robin's face.
Empty backfield again, trying to get McAlester to jump. So far, nothing. Clock has stopped at 11:05 left in the game, 7-7 score.
Durant's going to call a timeout.
They have to. No, delay of game first. No timeout. They will not. Well,
their coach walked all the way down there.
It's a delay of game. Head official calls delay of game.
They took the delay to punt the ball.
Yeah, to be able to give their punter a little bit more room here.
But yeah,
wow.
Yeah, their coaching staff walked all the way down there to the referee on that far end, and that is what led me to believe that you can see it right there. He's walking down, and it looks like he's going to call a timeout, and then they just take the delay of game.
So now they'll punt it away. Back to return is Jackson McKinney standing inside his own 15. Snap is a little bit low. There's the boot. It's a nice driving one.
Good.
McKinney bobbles it a little bit around the 5-yard line unless he didn't touch it. Still sails out of the back of the end zone. I couldn't tell if he touched it in real time or not, but either way, looks like this is going to put the Buffaloes at their own 20-yard line with 10:29 left in the game. 7-7 score. Buffaloes have 2 timeouts remaining. Lions have 3. And as we have a little bit of time here, Chase, looked like McAlester had a lot of success in the dozer package in their last drive. Do you expect them to go to it a lot more here in the next?
I mean, I feel like you got to, at this point, I mean, you're still tied up 7-7 ball game, but you got to have some more success, and that's where you found it earlier. We'll see if they go back to it here. It looks like they are.
Yep, Case and Washington Maisie not out to the field. Jordan Clark and the dozer set from their own 20-yard line. This is where they got most of their push in the last drive, on a drive that stalled out around the 15. And a motion. Snap, 1st down and 10. Jordan Clark looking for a hole. Can't find one there. Now sweeps it back right. There's the hole out past the 30. Still on his feet to the 35. Still on his feet. Deuce going down the near sideline. He's in front of everybody. 1 man to beat for a touchdown. Yarbrough on his back, and he's pushed down inside the 5. Che Boogie booging down inside the 5-yard line. McAlester has got the Lions on the ropes of the goal line.
A 78-yard scamper. Looked like it was going nowhere. Clark making men miss. Hit the spin button. What a play by the Cat Clark.
To try to get the Buffaloes back in the lead. The snap is a little bit low. Clark to the left side. He will stumble into the end zone, and the Buffaloes are on top here in Pittsburgh County. That's 2 for 2. Don't you love specials? And the Buffaloes are on top 13-7 over the Durant Lions with 10:08 left to play. They had more yards on that one run by Jordan Clark. They had double the yards on that one run by Jordan Clark than they had the entire first half. Wyatt Phillips on to attempt the PAT. It is low. I got to see who I'm looking at, but it is good. 14-7 is our score. 10:08 left to go in the game. Buffalo's back on top, courtesy of Jordan Clark here on KNED.
Well, the holiday season is upon us, which means family and friends will be over for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and at Vickers Furniture, our showroom is full of name brand furniture at great savings and easy financing. Plus, there's free turkeys. Not only that, but you can get your $10,000 tickets here too. And did I mention a free turkey? Drop by Vickers Furniture for details. Vickers, 2nd and Choctaw, McAlester.
We're right here with you.
Some zero-turn riding lawnmowers concentrate on performance. Others stay focused on comfort. But whoever said it's an either-or situation? With Gravely, you get plenty of both. And the ProTurn 300 is a perfect example. This newly designed mower is loaded with innovative features and is designed to keep the operator mowing comfortably from dawn to dusk. The Gravely ProTurn 300, the right balance of comfort and performance. Available at KC Farm Machinery, right across from the McAlester Union Stockyards.
Buffaloes on top 14-7, courtesy of Jordan Clark. We'll have a drive summary for you here in just a moment. Still a lot of game left. There's the kick from Wyatt Phillips, and we're back underway. Davis was able to return one out to the 50 last time he got a chance to. He takes this one from the 9 to the 15 to the 20, breaks through to the 25-yard line, and pushes himself forward to about the 27, and that's where the Lions will begin this drive, trying to tie it back up. Phillip, we have a drive summary, another easy one there, courtesy of Jordan Clark.
2 plays, 80 yards, capped off with a 2-yard touchdown run by Jordan Clark, and it only took 21 seconds to do so. The point after was successful. That's your drive summary by T&W Tire. Come by T&W Tire and say hi to Gell and Doug and see their technicians for brakes, suspension, and alignments, along with their 24-hour road service. That is T&W Tire McAlester, 918-426-6571.
So first down and 10 for the Lions. We'll go out to Chase here in just a moment. From their own 28-yard line is where they're marking this at. And here's the snap. Keeper by Robbins. Robbins throws late. In the backfield, he's going to be caught and tracked down at the 24-yard line for a loss of about 4. That's a good way to be able to begin this next defensive drive. And Chase, we're already seeing it. Big plays on offense, leading to defense responding too.
On the defense.
Yeah, Brandon, for really what feels like the first time tonight, it feels like this McAlester sideline is really juiced up, and it feels like they have all the momentum right now. That Durant side is as quiet as I've heard them all night. So hopefully that they can hold pat from what we've seen defensively the whole game.
And what's funny is after Clark got it done on offense, he's in the safety spot right now. Second down and 15 after the pass for a loss of 5. Snap, Robbins looking to pass again, rolling out right, sets up, throws over the middle, and he's going to overthrow his target. He was looking for the running back, Stephen Menard. Jackson McKinney in the area. Brings up third down and 15.
Pass is incomplete.
Again, we know the kind of arm that Cole Robbins has. I mean, at any given moment, he can strike, especially when he's got a guy like Ryder Jones who's been able to catch over 400 yards of passes this year. A pivotal third down for the Buffalo defense to try to get the Buffaloes the ball back. 9:09 left to go in the game. Buffalo's up 14-7. Here's a snap over to Robbins. Robbins rolling right. Robbins setting up again, now trying to take off and run for the first down. It's got to get past Will Spears. He does to the 30-yard line, to the 25. First down, and now he's off to the races down the far sideline, out to the 45, and now move the chains. Can't happen. Cole Robbins is an insane athlete. Will Spears had the chance at him. And, you know, like you mentioned earlier in the game, Will Spears did not usually whiff on some runners. Cole Robbins has made him do that today. On 3rd and 15, Robbins gets it done with his legs.
Yeah, I mean, this young man, he's a special athlete. He rolls to the right, sees the green grass open back to the left, and he just straight burns Will Spears. Spears just not really set, was over the top, stumbled in after him.
They gave Robbins an extra 3 yards, too. He was down at the 45. They put him out at the 48. Empty backfield again. First down and 10, man in motion. Snap. Keeper, Robbins left side. Robbins running it past the 45-yard line. Again, more space, more. He's upended at the McAlester 40-yard line. Well, if the Buffaloes have a Jordan Clark, the Lions have a Cole Robbins.
Was that Jackson McKinney on the play on that back end, Chase?
Yes, it was.
By the way, McKinney coming off a really good game last week against Booker T defensively. He had 8 tackles. He is just 1 tackle behind Jordan Clark on the team leading tackles in the secondary.
I mean, he read it perfectly. I mean, it was a pickup of a solid 12 yards, 13 yards, and he's able to chop him down.
Put him out to the 38-yard line. Lions moving the ball with the legs of Cole Robbins. Snap, looking to pass, under pressure, rolling out right. In the backfield, Drayton Pouncil around him, throws it late and incomplete. Is he still bobbling that ball? He was still bobbling the ball all the way down the seam. Cole Robbins was able to almost find a man for a complete pass as Drayton Pouncil had him in his grasp. That was almost a loss of like 20 yards on a sack. But somehow Cole Robbins is able to get rid of that.
I mean, Cole thought about running, and they switched late. Drayton Pouncil was still running over there, and then Robbins seen him, was like, he just started running backwards, and he is so lucky he had a Durant Lion over there because that one went from really bad to not so bad.
Now it's just second down and 10 after it was almost a loss of 20. Robbins claps, gets the ball, fakes right, steps up, runs into his own man, now running left to the line of scrimmage, tracked down there. Maybe even a loss of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 10. Again, the Lions have been better than they have been all year on 3rd down in this game. 3rd down and 11 coming up after the loss of 1 officially.
I don't really know what kind of formation the Buffaloes are going with, but it looked like Will Spears. Oh, they just went that apex Will Spears out, so that's why it looked like there was a Mike backer with Pfeiffer Mitchell, and then Will Spears came off the edge. I was looking like an outside backer, but they had to make it work just how you were mentioning earlier, Brandon. They're stretching the field and making the Buffaloes be stretched in.
3rd down and 11 from the Buffalo 39. Man in motion, snap, handoff, looking to pass it now. Back over to Robbins. Robbins trying to run it down the far sideline. Robbins met by Will Spears, not enough for the first down. He gets close to the 30. We'll have 4th down and about 4 coming up from the 32-yard line. You've had to keep your eyes moving if you're a McAlester defender today. The Lions have opened up the playbook from the front cover to the back.
Yeah, I mean, anytime a trick play works, they're just going to go back to it, and they spam that one again. And Robbins was wanting to throw it, but he saw green grass. It's timeout Lions.
And we'll take it with them. 2 more for each team. 6:58 left to go in the game. Buffaloes lead 14-7 here on KNED.
A duo that's perfect together. That's Blackburn Plumbing and Air and Lennox. Blackburn Plumbing and Air is your local Lennox dealer, and we're committed to making your family's home comfort our top priority. With the wide assortment of Lennox products to offer, Blackburn Plumbing and Air will ensure your home's air is perfect for your family. Call us today at 918-423-2078 or visit us online at goblackburn.com to learn more about how you can experience expert service and care offered by Blackburn Plumbing and Air. License number 138890.
Biggest play of the game defensively for the Buffs coming up right here. 4th down and 5. Make it 4th and 4 here for the Lions from the Buffalo 32-yard line. 6:58 remaining in the game. Buffaloes lead 14-7. Cole Robbins has been very successful on 3rd and even 4th down tonight. He's got it done with his own legs at the quarterback position after being the starting running back for the last 2 seasons as a freshman and sophomore. He's in the gun. Wide receiver stacked to the right and left. 4th and 4. The snap. Robbins has time. Looks right, under pressure, runs it forward, tosses late, finds Menard, 1st down. Menard spins out of a tackle, gets to the 26-yard line, and that'll move the chains for the Lions. Man, it's almost like Robbins is so good. It's like he's playing street ball. I mean, backyard football, have the awareness of where his guys are at to be able to make things happen. And again, he almost had a loss of 20 earlier on a sack, but he was able to find someone for almost a gain. And that time, looked like he was dead to rights. Extends the play, gets it out to the McAlester 26 for a fresh set of downs.
And what's even crazier was he was right at the line of scrimmage and jumped to keep himself from going beyond it and threw that ball. So, I mean, just good football IQ.
Handoff over to Menard. Menard rolls over a Buffalo to get a yard or 2. 2nd down and long after the short gain. Right around the 25-yard line is where Menard is going to be downed at. Gain of only 1, 2nd and 9.
Get 1, 2nd down.
And halfway through the 4th quarter, Buffaloes lead by a touchdown and a point after. Ball's going to be favoring this near hash. Menard has been in the backfield with Robbins here for a majority of this drive. That's allowing McAlester to stack the box a little bit more, fill the box a little more. Here's the snap. Pass out near side. Caught down the near sideline, out to the 20, tackled from behind by Braden Bumpus. After a good gain on 2nd down, brings up 3rd down and 2. The last time we've had a classic between these two teams was on this field as well. That was back in 2018, and it took a 4th down Hail Mary from Chris Hilton to Colby Squires in the monsoon.
I was about to ask, wasn't that the rain game?
That was the rain game. This one has been a classic here tonight. 3rd down and 3 for the Lions. Empty backfield, 5 wide. Menard in the slot right side. He moves in motion to the left. Snap. Keeper, Robbins in the backfield. He's planted. Loss of about 3. Brings up 4th down and long. Drayton Pouncil has been an animal. Will Spears in the backfield as well. The 2 seniors showing out on senior night. Brings up 4th down and 7.
Great play read right there. And Will Spears coming off that far end. And the covers are having to get in again. It's making him look like an outside backer. He cheats to the line, fights right over Menard, and if you're going to pull that ball, Menard's got to pick up the block, and Will Spears put a juke move on him and was able to make that play in the backfield.
Here we go again, 4th and 7, man in motion. Robbins a snap, looking right, looking middle, no one's there. Now under pressure, has to run it left. He's in the backfield, past one ankle tackle. Now tries to run away from Drayton Pouncil. There he is! Drayton Pouncil! The madman, the senior, says not on my senior night. Tackles Cole Robbins back at the 40, and the Buffaloes turn him over on downs. .444 left in the game. Buffaloes are up 7, 14-7. That defensive drive taken over by Drayton Pouncil. And the Buffaloes will come out in the dozer package, and like we said, 2 critical guys in the dozer, plays every snap on defense, Pfeiffer Mitchell and Will Spears. They're huffing and puffing. Can they gut this one out? 1st and 10 for their own 40, Buffaloes with the ball. Clark out of the dozer, gets it, runs into the line, spins off to the 45-yard line, and still moves his way near the 50-yard line for a gain of 9 or 10. Think he might have gotten to the sticks, and if he did, that'll move the chains. Both teams have 2 timeouts each, and according to where one of the officials is standing, it looks like it will be a gain of 10, and it will be. Exactly a gain of 10 brings up 1st down and 10. Ball at the 50. Buffaloes wanted to kill some time here.
Exactly. Ice this game away now, and a couple of 1st downs. You gotta stay in bounds, because in high school football the clock stops no matter what when you go out of bounds. So you really have to stay in bounds and let that clock run.
Clock is stopped at 4:36 after he ran out of bounds. Clark with the ball, running left, met in the backfield, going to be taken down. This will be a loss of at least 1. Back to the McAlester 49-yard line. Again, it was a Jordan Clark 78-yard run, which was double the amount of yards that McAlester had in the first half altogether. That set him up with a 2-yard touchdown run to give the McAlester Buffaloes the lead on their previous drive. Clock continues to run with 4:11 left to go in the game. Buffalo's up by a touchdown.
And that one dozer run of 78 yards was more than what the Buffaloes seen the entire game last week against the Hornets.
Now, you're right, because we only had 63 yards of offense last week. One play, as I think Coach Hass is going to call a timeout here for the Buffaloes, as they haven't even broke the huddle. So we'll take a timeout. 3:50 left to go in the game. Buffaloes lead 14-7. We'll be back in just a moment on KNED.
Caring Hands Healthcare Centers offers high-quality, affordable care with locations in McAlester and Hartshorn. Caring Hands provides easy access to health care at reduced costs, medical, dental, behavioral health, and substance abuse services. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and commercial insurance, and offer reduced pricing for patients that are underinsured or not insured based on income. We offer transportation and a 340B discount pharmacy program. Caring Hands Healthcare Centers. For more information, call 918-426-2442. For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122.
14-7, the Buffaloes are on top. McAlester takes the timeout, and we were just mentioning it during the break. I think they just needed a breather. Again, we were mentioning that Will Spears and Pfeiffer Mitchell, key components in this dozer package. They're going to go under center here on 2nd down and 11. Braden Bumpus gets the ball, looks for a hole, opens up on the left side, is able to muscle his way forward for a gain of about 4 yards, and gets it out to the Durant 47-yard line. Durant's got 2 timeouts. This is going to be a key 3rd down here for the Buffaloes.
Here comes the Clark cat.
Again, I figured, Chase, I'm going to send it down to you here in a little bit, but that's what it seemed like. McAlester called a timeout there, maybe just to get their breath.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it was. It's been a really high-intensity last few plays here, and so I think you hit the nail on the head.
3rd down and 6. 4 to snap it. There's the snap. Clark running right. Clark looking for the hole on his feet. Did not get the first down, but he makes this a question. It's going to be 4th down and 2. Well, Phillip, what would you do here? Would you try to pin the Lions back with under 3 minutes left and clock continuing to run with 2 minutes, or do you try to get the first down here on 4th down and 2 out of the dozer?
I mean, they've yet to really be able to stop Dozer for anything less than about 3-4 yards. I'm going for it.
And
because
that's what they're going to do.
Because you also have another key attribute to the Dozer. Jordan Clark can throw the football a little bit, so you also have pop passes that you can toss out of it as well.
He's 2 for 3 for 22 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Clark in the Dozer, 4th down, and we have a false start or a time. No, it's a timeout. Lions were calling for a timeout. McAlester will call the timeout, though. 2:15, that's their final one. 2:15 left in the game. 4th down and 2 coming up for the Buffaloes. We'll take a 30-second break and be back here on KNED.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester says bring on the monstrous discounts on new Jeeps in stock, including Jeep Wranglers. Take up to $12,000 off new Wranglers or 0% for 72 months. The hot-selling Compass discounted $8,000 off or price at $19,900. Wow! Patriot makes your next Jeep affordable, which allows you to pay off those pesky credit card bills. Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Wrangler MSRP 68190, Compass 28090.
So McAlester burns their final timeout. 2:15 left in the game. 4th down and 2 from the Durant 42-yard line. Dozer package has given them the lead in the second half. Can it get them 6 feet to move the chains and really put the pressure on the Lions? Clark at the head of it. 4th and 2. Man in motion. There's the snap to Clark. Clark running right. Clark needing the first, doesn't get it. He's actually tackled for a loss. A loss of half a yard. 1-on-1 tackle on the outside. And the Lions get the ball back with 2:11 left in regulation and 2 timeouts. Well, here's your drive. McAllister's been able to force 2 turnovers, multiple turnovers on downs. The Lions have only punted the ball once. It's a 14-7 game.
Yeah, they just fought right off the blocks on that one, and to be able to force that turnover on downs. And yeah, two Buffaloes got up a little slow down there, and they just fought right off of them and made the play.
Durant's got to go 58 yards. Robbins claps, waits, passes far side, caught, not much. No gain on the catch, actually. On the catch was number 4. That's Aiden Polk. 2nd down and 10. I think he got out of bounds too, though. His clock is stopped at 2:06, so they don't have to burn a timeout here. Still, again, plenty of time for the Lions. They don't have to really rush anything right now, plus they can stop the clock twice. In the gun, 2 receivers each side. This time they're not stacking the receivers. Robbins with a running back to his right. The snap is low, and it goes behind Robbins. Robbins goes and gets it at the 25. Now he sets up and throws this one away. But again, he's in the tackle box.
Number 8 was right there. They could, because the ball got back
he threw it to somebody.
And number 8 was in that vicinity.
Good eye there. Snap went behind Cole Robbins. McAlester was not really rushing the quarterback there. They were dropping back. Allowed Robbins to still pick it up and have plenty of time. But here's 3rd down and 10. It's 4-down territory, obviously, no matter where you're at. With the score what it is and how much time we have left. 1:59 left in the game. The hook trying to get loud. Robbins moves Polk in motion from the left to the right. The snap rolls out right. Looks downfield. No one's there. Passes near side. Overthrew Davis. And we have 4th down and 10 coming up.
Incomplete. 4th down.
He was looking for Davis. Couldn't connect. And this just might be your game. 1:54 left in it. If they don't get it here, Lions can still stop the clock twice. They might be able to get the ball back again if McAlester can't move the chains. Ball at the Durant 42-yard line. far hash. Lions break the huddle with 10 to snap it. Trips right. Menard to the right side of Robbins. Robbins, there's the snap, looking left. Passing left. It is caught. First down, 2 yards past the sticks. And on 4th down and 10, they get 12.
Pass is complete.
Never even looked to the right side of the field. He was able to find, I think that is Holden Robinson on the catch. Robinson only has 10 receptions for 94 yards coming into this game. He gets the biggest one so far of it for Durant. Clock will run, though. 1:39 did not get out of bounds. They break the huddle. Trips right. Ball at the McAlester 46-yard line. Down by a touchdown to the Lions with the ball. Robbins gets the ball. Throws it right quickly over to Menard. Menard upended right around the sticks. He did get the first down on a gain of 11. Stops the clock while they move the chains. 1:20 left to go. Robbins trying to create a generational drive here for the Lions.
Made that drive up from the river, and they're trying to send this game to overtime. But I wouldn't put it past them going for 2.
Snap, rolling right. Robbins passing. Finds a man. That's Ryder Jones. No, ball came out. Should be incomplete, and it will be. Jones couldn't hold on to it. It will stop the clock at 1:01.
Pass is incomplete.
Brings up 2nd down and 10.
There in the area.
Great play there, Buffalo defense. I mean, just able to deliver that hit and violent hit and knock that ball out.
Would have been a gain of about 5 there?
At least, yeah, 5, maybe 6 yards on the out route.
Instead, the ball's going to stay at the 35. Clock stops again. Lions still with 2 timeouts. 61 seconds left. Once they get within the minute, I'm sure they're going to start using it. In the gun, Robbins. Claps, gets the ball, looks left, under pressure, tosses one-on-one down the far sideline, looking for a man. It's incomplete. Tried to draw some contact, no flags.
Pass is incomplete, and
that's got to feel like a little bit of a good moment there for Cleveland Williamson. I mean, he's been locked down really all season long. He has 5 interceptions. Hasn't had one, though, in a little while. I'm sure he's chomping at the bit to try to end this game, as are all the other Buffalo defenders. 3rd down and 10, 55 seconds left. Is your heart pumping? Mactown trips right. Robbins gets the ball, looks left, under pressure, steps up, goes for the end zone once again, little towards the goal line. It is fought for. Did he come down with the ball? It's a touchdown. What a catch. Back corner of the end zone and a dime from Cole Robbins. And it was I think that's Jaden Rangel with the touchdown reception. And the Lions are a PAT away from tying it up.
Looks like I think they're going for 2 here. Well, there's a timeout.
Timeout called by Durant. They are going to be going for 2 here. It is 14-13, 47 seconds left in the game. Lions burn their 2nd timeout. And we're going to keep it right here. So this is for the game. The McAlester Buffaloes, their opposition on 2-point attempts this year is 3 for 10. They're 3 for 10 on 2-pointers this year. McAlester is trying to force the Lions to go 3 for 11. If the Lions can get this 2-pointer, more than likely, their playoff hopes are still alive. They would have to win next week against Bishop Kelly, too. But the Buffaloes here on their senior night, trying to turn away the red and blue. So here we go. Robbins in the gun, stacking the receivers, 2 to each side. McAlester cannot call a timeout to go over what they want to do. The snap to Robbins. Robbins rolls right. Looks over the middle. It is incomplete. No, did he catch it?
He caught it.
Ryder Jones in the back corner caught it. Ryder Jones in the back corner caught it. Right along the back stripe.
How did that?
And I don't know, man. It looked like it was sailing towards the pride of McAlester. Lions are still in disbelief.
Buffaloes are in disbelief.
Well, they're trying to say that he caught it out of bounds. Buffaloes are trying to say this should be incomplete.
Oh, man, it's so hard to tell. And the thing about high school football is, oh, that's so close.
And, well, here's the deal. The Lions were also kind of slow to celebrate at first, too. That's why I initially thought it was incomplete. But then, as soon as he got the signal, he's like, yep, we're up 15-14. Chase, could you see if he was in or not based on where you were from?
No, from this angle, I couldn't tell. It was very, very close. So that's a tough call for an official to make.
Right.
You guys, I don't know how.
That was thrown into all kinds of traffic. He threw it through 3 different defenders. I mean, you're going to have to look at that in slow motion.
Will Spears making a backwards flare, trying to get there. Jordan Clark.
Oh, man, I think his heel might be. That's close, man.
Oh, man, that's one of the closest
And again,
plays.
we're without a back line judge tonight.
Yep. And that's where he would have been standing.
Yep.
So
wow. Unreal. So McAllister's got to go down the field. 47 seconds left, no timeouts. Lions on the cusp of winning their first game over McAlester in 7 years. There's the boot. It's a long driving one that'll be taken by Smith, but across the goal line. He cannot run it out. So McAllister's got to go 80 yards in 47 seconds.
With no timeouts.
Man, again, we're trying to call a game here while we're looking at the replay also, but man, it looked like his heel might have been on that back line. That is as close as it gets from just us trying to see it in real time. Again, it's a hard play for an official to make, especially when you're having a crew that's down an official tonight. Oh, man. So here comes Case and Washington Maisie and the Buffalo offense. Do they have a miracle in MacTown in them?
We saw McAlester magic in the Metro. Now it's time for the MacTown miracle.
Case and Washington Maisie in the gun. Trips left. Durant showing blitz. Snap, rolling out left. Washington Maisie looking downfield. Finds Brandon Smith. Got to get out of bounds to the 35-yard line. Maybe not to the 40, to the 45, to the 50. He might take this to the 35, to the 20, to the 15. Goes long way. 1-on-1 to the 10, to the 5. Brandon Smith with 24 seconds left gives McAlester the lead. Brandon Smith says not so fast. TNT! He's dynamite! You've got to be kidding me!
Mama! There goes that man!
It's the miracle in MacTown, and we still have 29 seconds. You've got to be kidding me. On one play, Brandon Smith house call. Snap, hold, kick is good, and the Buffaloes lead 21-15.
29 seconds. Your score. Durant 15. McAlester 21.
I'm at a loss for words. Wow.
You want adrenaline? You want blood pressure medication? Come to the McAlester football game on a Friday night.
Cardiac Mac, baby.
Wow. And just so everyone knows, my watch was telling me that we were having a loud environment and asked if we were working out as we were jumping around.
That is one of the most incredible things I've ever seen on a football field. If you missed it, Brandon Smith just went 80 yards
in one
16
play.
seconds.
And the point after was successful, and that is your drive summary by TNW Tire.
All right. Here we go.
How about them Buffs?
Whew. Here's, Larry Barnett to our left says it and said it best. That was magic. But the Lions can produce a little bit of magic themselves. This game's not over. They got 29 seconds and a timeout. Phillips kicks this one on a squib up the middle. It'll be taken at the 27, and that's Axel Thurman returning out to the 29 and tackled down. Looks like 6 seconds went off the clock there. Brandon Smith is just a stick of dynamite waiting to go off. And Chase, if the roof was on this place, did it just come off?
Man, oh man, I don't even know how to describe the scene over here when he scored that touchdown. That was crazy. that was crazy. Everybody was going crazy. Everybody's excited, but still 22 seconds left. Can't celebrate too early.
22 seconds, and they just need a touchdown and a PAT to win it. Robbins at his own 30, takes a snap, rolling out right. Looks downfield, sets up, under pressure, has to throw this one away. A lot of time went off the clock there. Clock stops at 14 seconds. The Buffaloes are 14 seconds away from producing one of the biggest miracles I've ever seen. And I've been to El Reno. I spent a night in Del City. But I don't know if I've ever seen what I saw about 5 minutes ago. 2nd down and 10. And I feel like I was quoting Dodgeball there. You've ever seen that movie after the Average Joes win the championship? 2nd down and 10. Robbins back to pass, looking left. No one's there. Looks over the middle. It is caught. Plenty of space for number 5, Rangel. Rangel gets it inside the 40 with 5 seconds left.
They're going to get up here. They're going to clock this ball.
We're going to have one play at the end zone. Rangel was the one that made the just incredible touchdown catch on the back line of the end zone. We're going to take 30 seconds so I can at least take a breath. We'll be back with the final play of the game here on KNED.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Walters Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Walters Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Well, here's your game. The hook is loud. 5 seconds are left. Final play. Robbins with the ball from his own 40. Rolls left. Will fire this as far as he can throw it. To the end zone. It is tipped around and it hits the turf. The McAlester Buffaloes walk away winners against the Durant Lions in a McAlester miracle for the ages. Ladies and gentlemen, Buffalo fans far and wide, grab that brush and paint that win column black and gold. And you may now take a seat. You may now catch your breath. The Buffaloes are going to play in Week 11 with a 21-15 win over their rivals by the Red River. Man, that was a good one. Hey, final score again, Buffaloes 21 and the Durant Lions 15. The Buffalo postgame show brought to you by McAlester Direct Primary Care is next. This is your home for McAlester Sports, KNED.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Running into an old friend is nice, Running into a total stranger? Well, not so good. Now, you don't need help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those greetings with friends, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters with a stranger, give Buck Wilson a call at 918-423-3161. They are expert craftsmen, specialists. They can straighten out your situation. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlester. Again, call 918-423-3161.
I love fall. Cool breeze, cozy sweaters, and Fit Nissan of McAllister's falling prices. Exactly, just like the leaves change colors, our prices keep dropping. Have you seen the new Rogue? It's as bold as autumn red. Or the sleek black Altima, smooth as crisp November nights. With these prices, you'll be falling in love with your new ride before the last leaf hits the ground. And don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Fit Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fitnissan.com.
Kawasaki's Ridge and Ridge XR family set the new off-road standard, built for work and play. Ridge side-by-sides deliver versatile performance with a powerful 4-cylinder engine and premium interior features. For even more trail-taming power, the Ridge XR family offers more horsepower and versatility for rugged work or advanced play. This is peak premium performance. Shop the full Kawasaki Ridge lineup today at Vickers Power Sports, 1904 South Main, McAlester.
As we cheer on the Buffaloes for a great season, make sure your home is just as game ready with Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Whether it's keeping warm during those chilly game nights or staying cool when the heat is on, we've got you covered with top-notch heating and cooling. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air today and enjoy home comfort that's always in the winning zone. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 001-44485. Go Buffs!
Well, the holiday season is upon us, which means family and friends will be over for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and at Vickers Furniture, our showroom is full of name brand furniture at great savings and easy financing. Plus, there's free turkeys. Not only that, but you can get your $10,000 tickets here too. And did I mention a free turkey? Drop by Vickers Furniture for details. Vickers, 2nd and Choctaw, McAlester.
Vickers Furniture, we're right here with you.
Some zero-turn riding lawnmowers concentrate on performance. Others stay focused on comfort. But whoever said it's an either-or situation? With Gravely, you get plenty of both. And the ProTurn 300 is a perfect example. This newly designed mower is loaded with innovative features and is designed to keep the operator mowing comfortably from dawn to dusk. The Gravely ProTurn 300, the right balance of comfort and performance. Available at KC Farm Machinery, right across from the McAlester Union Stockyards.
Well, whether it be Cardiac Mac, Buffalo Magic, I don't believe what we just saw. The McAlester Buffaloes are able to get victory out of the jaws of defeat and win this one by a final score of 21-15 after a Brandon Smith 80-yard touchdown catch when the Buffaloes are down by 1. We're going to be having a post-game interview coming up here with Coach Hass. This is the Buffalo post-game show presented by McAlester Direct Primary Care, offering 24/7 access to your provider. Call 918-233-6522. We now send it down to the field with Phillip Jewell and Coach Hass.
I'm currently standing down here with Coach Hass. Coach Hass, first off, what are your thoughts on the game tonight?
Oh man, it was a wild one. Man, it was wild. All the emotions from senior night that were present. You know what I mean? We had tons of distractions this week, and the kids, they all showed up to practice and they kept working. And again, like I said, the emotions tonight was senior night. Being able to control those emotions and finding a way to win, man. They just kept fighting and they found a way to win. In the course of the game, they were doing some things to us. We had to go to unconventional methods, to get the W, you know what I mean? But I love it. I love it. Their resiliency and the way they just kept fighting and they adjusted to what we needed to, We went to, kind of offensively, we went to kind of went into that dozer package and that heavy package and beat them up a little bit. And then, we went right back to our 10 personnel, and Kaysen got Brandon the ball, and he made an awesome play, getting down the field and scoring for the victory. But, man, it was just awesome. It was awesome to see their fight, and defense kept playing, kept making them snap the ball, and that's what we talked about all week. Just make them snap the ball again. You never know what's going to happen. You never know. We can pick it. They can fumble. We hold them on fourth down. Just make them snap it again. So proud of the guys.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Coach. God bless, and I look forward to seeing you next week in Shawnee.
Yep. All right. Thank you.
And Brandon, we are going to try and find Brandon Smith. So Chase and I will be on the move. So as soon as I find him, Chase will point to me whenever you're ready.
Yeah, just butt in anytime that you feel free to do so whenever you can. We'll try to get him if we can. Man, that was something. We were speaking with Stats Barnett over here to our left, and he said we've been to Del City and we've been to El Reno, and those were obviously, I guess, in the grand scheme of when you're looking at, Del City was 1 versus 1 in the AP rankings. El Reno was to get to the semifinals. This is right up there with them. You're looking at Durant still fighting for a playoff spot with that touchdown catch and go by Brandon Smith. And tempers were hot all night long. Both teams were chirping at each other. That's what you expect in this 80th edition of McAlester versus Durant. And I'm hearing a mic click on. Yeah, we have him. Let's go ahead and go down to Brandon Smith and Phillip Jewell.
And you had the interception.
Hey, Phillip.
I had to apologize to my coach. Acted.
Phillip, Phillip, you're cutting out. I don't know if you can hear me.
So a play where it's, you're thinking maybe get out of bounds, but not you. We're cutting out. Let's get over here real quick, please.
And try to face towards the press box if you can. Phillip, if you can hear me, try to point to face towards the press box.
Is this Brandon?
Yeah, try facing towards the press box if you can.
Bounds, scramble play. Not for this young man right here, as he's been called TNT. What was your thought when you made that cut and turned up the field?
But
there are so many people in between. We're not.
God bless.
Yeah, we just didn't get him. You can see him on the video stream. You might be able to read his lips, but there are so many people standing in between Phillip Jewell and Brandon Smith. I mean, everyone celebrating this big win tonight. The Buffaloes, I mean, you don't have to worry about district points anymore. You don't have to worry about the wins and losses anymore. And obviously you do next week, but you don't have to worry about where you might be if you lost the next 2 games and what happens outside. McAlester has clinched their spot in the playoffs, period, after this win tonight. Now that all that's on the line, and this is going to be regardless if McAlester won or lost tonight, if Shawnee won or lost tonight, what is on the line next week in Week 10 is whether you get to play another game here at the Hook. So if McAlester wins, then they will get the 2 seed, unless Booker T lost tonight. I haven't been able to see a Booker T score yet, but if Booker T won tonight, then they ended up clinching the 5A3 crown. If that happened, McAlester needs to beat Shawnee to be able to get the 2 spot and host a playoff game here at the Hook. If they lose next week, they will drop to 3. That's what we're looking at now. They cannot finish any worse than 3, I don't believe. So we will have more on that a little bit later on. But until then, we'll wait for Phillip to get back on up here. We'll have Chase McNutt and Nate Brown join us as well. If you're watching on the video stream, the rest of our post-game show is going to transform into the radio side of things. So make sure that you have your KNED app. That's a blue logo that you're looking for wherever you get your apps. Also, we will be having it on our website. So make sure you go to McAllisterRadio.com where you're going to be able to find the KNED tab, and you'll be able to listen that way. But that's where we're going to go from here. Video stream is about to end. Again, final score here at McAlester, and just one for the ages, 21-15, McAlester over the Durant Lions. Again, this is the Buffalo Postgame Show presented by McAlester Direct Primary Care, offering 24/7 access to your provider. Call 918-233-6522.